Yes, let me take my Tylenol. Chaser. Go ahead. I'll
That
mute.
has been recorded.
God, we're all fucking old. I'm all like, let me just get my meds.
This is about being old. This is about having COVID in my home.
Okay, there's that too. I was just being stupid about my
Also
my
old. That's okay.
pill buff.
Great start.
It's awesome start. Hey, it's our session. It can be whatever the F we
sure
want.
can.
Right?
My
Whatever
session,
the
I can cry if
fuck
I
we
want to.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're here to play D&D.
You don't have to do an intro.
I can't if I
Right.
want.
But we can if we want to.
It's sure. Okay.
He's
It's
already
wow,
regretting
this.
this.
Is
Suffering so much. He's
a
like,
terrible
why?
group.
It's okay. We're all friends here. Welcome to Amaranth. It is a troubling time. Powers across the world work to contest the efforts of the Cult of Dragons, an enormous organization devoted to summoning the tyrannical devil goddess Tiamat. A trial the world over attempts to resist with every waking moment. Over the nation of Terracona there wages a war, a bloody one between the united forces of Aurelia and Ceres, and the power-hungry cult and its allies. These issues are not of our concern today. The worldly issues that the powers that be struggle over are ignored by the common folk, and on these stone-ridden hillsides, where horses are reared and memories of war are splashed with ale in the taverns, the concerns of the common folk are all that matter. It is October 23rd of the 110th year after the return of the gods, and in the small town of Tymore, things are quiet. The sky is overcast and breezy, as the autumn winds wash over the rocky plains of Nosvidania and fill the senses with the sweet, familiar odors of fallen leaves and underbrush. The town is a round settlement, a number of structures dedicated to the running of the small town, small city hall, blacksmith, cobbler. In the plaza of the town there sits the Dragon's Breath Inn, the only source of relaxation and libation within Tymore, and a handsome one at that. The ale is world famous, a dwarven brew that shines a clear amber. Outside of that inn, a tall man in a fine coat stands, a mallet in one hand and a tall wooden pole in the other. The morning is punctuated by the sounds of his striking of the stake, driving it slowly but steadily into the graveled plot. The story of this man, and all of you, is important. Happening of pure coincidence that all of you would find yourselves here in this town, at this inn, at this time, while this man performs this work. You all know each other. You've traveled to this town together. You may have met to drink last night, as the Dragon's Breath Inn shared their private brew with all the guests. Your reasons to be here, in this town, are likely just to be passing through. Tymore is a small stop on the roads to the capital city of Malachor, a metropolis rumored to be ruled by benevolent, at least neutral, vampires, and known to be a place where the opportunist can make a lot of gold and make it quickly. I leave that choice up to you, as all of you awaken on this cool morning, Tymore. But this man, you'll find, is beyond your... Pounds the stake into the ground. One stroke. Two. Another. Talia, you happen to be looking out the window as he works, dust kicked up by the hammer blows, staining his clearly fine trousers a pale gray. After a moment of watching him work, he stops to roll his shoulders and stretch the pain away. For that moment, you see he looks up at the tavern. But you swear the face you look upon is featureless, as if smooth skin, no eyes, nose, mouth, blank wall. And then he strikes the pole again, and you realize it must have been a trick of the eye, or a shadow cast from the suns above, behind the clouds. He's clearly an elven man, sharp features and remarkably bushy eyebrows. He resumes his work, and the moment that arrested you has passed. The noise of business within the tavern below is obvious, as laughter and chatter are blended with the rattling of dishes and the clatter of silverware. Smells of fresh bread and thick honey climb their way before you, and when you do finally descend into the common area of the tavern, The clean windows of the tavern reflect your own visage back to you. Man outside, faded behind it. Talia, what are you doing this fun?
I have some questions. How attractive is the man outside? This is important.
He's maybe, for an elf, he looks young, like maybe 100, but he's got a bit of facial hair. He's not a bad-looking guy.
Like 100? But he's an elf.
Yeah.
Elf.
So he's like
And
young
he's staking
man.
something in the ground.
Yep.
Now, you said he had fine gray pants. Are they tight pants or loose pants?
They're well fit. They're well cut. They're tailored to him.
Custom.
Is your
My
question,
thoughts-
does he got the booty?
Yes. Does he have a nice butt?
Can't tell from here. Facing the tavern.
All right.
This deserves
And what was your question to me? What am I doing?
Yes.
I'm
Having-
checking out this man's ass.
You're trying to. I'm afraid he's facing you.
Yeah, I'm checking out his front.
Okay. So, as
Finely
Talia,
tailored, you say?
Yes.
Are we all together, or are we?
Yeah,
we
are
got
we all down there?
I think we
No.
have 2 rooms.
Okay,
Talia, Talia is outside in the hall, looking out the window.
Oh, I'm outside in the hall. Okay.
If you had 2 rooms, we'll say that Nenna was rooming with Talia, and Roderick and Saohlai, maybe you guys were together.
Are we keeping this Christian is the question.
It was definitely Nenna and Saohlai and Roderick and Talia.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not
They're
getting
those
together.
choices up to you.
Oh, this is important for our characters.
This is very important.
Saohlai is
Talia
not
is the
going-
love of Roderick's life.
Saohlai is not
He is
going
her
to
destiny.
chaperone. She wants to be so far from that.
It is early in the morning. The suns are climbing. And as Talia, for whatever reason, maybe you're running to the washroom, and you happen to look out the window. But you've just woken up recently. How is it that your characters handle the morning when you're on the road?
Very
Well,
Is that a group question, or are you asking Talia specifically?
yeah.
Well, I was asking the group.
Let's start with
Saohlai-
Talia.
Okay, yeah, start with Talia.
Okay, well, Talia's definitely going to go get cleaned up and definitely get her hair all done up pretty and put some makeup on and, look her best because you have to look your best no matter what because people have to know you're important.
Why don't you roll a performance?
Okay. Perfect.
Oof.
10.
Well,
Still sleeping.
I'm not good at traveling, apparently.
I will say that being on the road in the dusty air, definitely a little bit on edge. You're a little bit slow in getting ready. You're not quite happy with how the makeup is sitting. But-
And the hair is so, frizzy because of the weather. Ugh, it's the worst. I did not pack the
Hair
right
is
stuff.
just so different here. There's different humidity. Your hair's
And
not
the
used to it.
water is different, and the soap is different. It's a problem.
You do well enough that you have a good appearance, but you have advantage.
That's okay. I don't need that. I've got Rod.
Should have sung to yourself while you're doing it, so you could get some inspo. But
Oh, hair.
That is a possibility.
Instead, it was, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where is my hairbrush?
I was just thinking that yesterday. Anyway, sorry.
Why do you need a hairbrush? You don't have any hair. Roderick, it's your turn.
Roderick is passed out on the bed. Like, Talia woke up to get ready. He's massive half-orc stature. It's just like she got out of the bed and she was already taking up very little of it, but he's covered that territory. He's snoring loudly and he's definitely drooling.
Attractive. Okay.
Yes.
So as
He is so
Roderick,
attractive.
as Roderick is unconscious, we go to the other room. Slowly. No, why don't you talk about how you start the day?
Nenna does not like to get out of bed before 2 p.m. She would rather sleep, so she's probably pretty grumpy. If Saohlai was awake, she would probably look at Saohlai and be like, "Well, I'm kind of starting to see your point about the whole not coming thing." But she would just go about her day, getting her stuff together, making sure she looks somewhat presentable, but she always looks disheveled no matter what she does. Her hair kind of sticks up in different spots, and just waiting for everybody to get up.
Is Nena proficient?
Yes, she is.
Since you came to this town, there's been a weird smell on the air. That it was just a hint of it. But as you've spent the night here, it's a smell that when you were studying, or it came up a lot when people were preparing ritual. Not quite the smell of incense. It's almost like an electricity that an odor takes on. Hint of ozone.
Okay.
Weird.
Sully, how do you
Hi.
how do you start your morning?
Saohlai is usually a bit of a night owl, but sleeping in an unfamiliar bed, being completely outside of her routine, she is up early, sort of slow motion combing her hair, doing a little trimming on the toesies, the toe hairs.
Sure.
And
Because halfling.
and she brought with her several books to do some light studying while they're on the trip. And when I say light studying, I mean she is a halfling, so they're not like heavy tomes. Her strength is an 8, but she's got several books with her, and she took at least one of them out last night and stayed up a little bit too late, just like reading from it. So she's a little out of it, but she's sort of slowly like combing hair, trimming. Like, I want coffee.
On that note, that Talia, as you're looking out that window, trying to being Elven man buttocks.
Bend over.
You suddenly realize in your peripheral you are being looked at by barmaid. She has climbed the stairs and she is looking at you, and you do seem to notice her. She says, "I beg your pardon. I know you're all staying just for the night, and well, breakfast is being served downstairs. I wanted to see if any of y'all wanted any."
Great! Thank you. You look beautiful today.
Thank you. You look quite well yourself.
Thank you. I know.
Maybe bring up some eggs and toast or something like that, or are you all coming down?
We're gonna need more than some eggs for Rod. He eats at least 6. But yeah, I'm sure the
Oh.
rest will be with that. Yeah, my boyfriend,
If-
Rod.
Well, okay. If it's that much food, it might be best for y'all to come up downstairs.
Okay, sure, no problem.
I'll
I'll go wake him up.
I'll have the cook. Oh no. He turns around.
Have you ever noticed that elves don't have much of an ass?
She turns around and looks at you and she says, "No. They always have a bit of a lithe figure to me." Anyway.
Yeah.
And she turns and leaves. So, go wake up Rod.
I'm gonna wake the other 2 up first. If they're not up, I don't know that. I'll go bang on their door.
Yeah.
Guys, there's breakfast downstairs. If you want it, you gotta get up.
Is there
I'm starving.
coffee?
What?
She's starving. I want coffee.
I don't know. I don't work here.
Fine. Sully
Okay,
kind of rolls
bye-bye.
out of bed and like sort of stumbles to the door. Not the most coordinated exit from hotel bed ever, but makes it.
It is comfortable, spacious, and you move around. Don't actually officer.
Can we clarify?
I don't think so.
No. No. She has Dex. She's not me.
Right. So Nana, are you pulled out of your bed by the promise of?
Yes, absolutely. She's very hungry.
Yeah, the munchies.
Uh-huh.
the-
Always.
Talia, How do you awaken Rod?
Well, she'll go in the room and she'll run and she'll jump on the bed and tickle him. Tickle his
Ugh.
ass!
Oh God, why?
Breakfast.
He sits up.
Come on, you gotta get
immediately. It's usually a hassle to get him up, but he immediately. Sorry, what did you say? Breakfast?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna like stand up. He's got like low slung trousers on and nothing else. He's like a little bit of a flex. Like, is this good?
Yeah, you look great, babe.
Okay, thanks, babe. He's gonna go downstairs.
In just pants.
Yep. She said he looked great. He's like, all right, I look great.
Important question.
Nope.
Okay. As you go
I
down the
also
stairs,
do not have shoes on because I am a halfling, and shoes are for people who wear shoes.
I wear shoes.
None wears
I have
shoes.
to protect my feet.
it is accepted socially for a halfling, not usually. As the party makes their way down to the what you want.
I actually didn't get clarification. Are Talia and Nena humans?
I'm
Yes.
a human.
I'm
Okay.
a human.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay? Are you okay dating a human?
Yeah. You're pretty hot.
Okay.
As you guys come down the stairs,
You're very green.
Thank you, babe.
are you a human? I thought you were a half-orc.
I am a half
She is.
Okay. I got
very
very
green.
confused for a moment there. I was like, wait a minute. You have the wrong
So I said
token?
he's very green.
Anyway,
It's not easy being green.
It isn't.
right? A cameo from you guys, you move down the stairs, and the tavern is very busy. Sound effect. A barmaid bustles about, and she sees you coming down the stairs, and she's, "Oh, fantastic! Just go ahead and find yourselves a table, and I'll bring the food right to you." She heads back behind them.
Oh, there's a lot of
Thank
people here
you.
for morning.
Rod's gonna go
Oh.
to the open table and pull out a chair for Talia.
Oh, thanks. She'll give him a kiss on the cheek and sit down.
As you guys are sitting there, you can see that the front of the tavern is lined. You can see reflections. It's a very clean window, and you can see the reflections of everyone in the tavern. It's almost like looking into a mirror, and just beyond it, as the sun's glare and they're rising, it seems to diminish. You catch a glimpse again of the man outside.
See that guy out there? He has really nice pants on.
Yeah.
He's an elf.
Can I see him from here? He like turns fully in his chair, like the. Don't make it look like you're looking, and he just turns fully around, kind of.
Yeah, you see an elven man outside wearing looks maybe like a suit coat and slacks, is driving a stake into the ground.
Looks like a Pris.
Yeah. Yeah. What a pris with nice clothes.
What's he doing?
He's staking something into the ground. I tried to figure it out, but then I got distracted by his butt or lack thereof.
As you say that, the woman is approaching and sets down a platter of eggs, bacon, and coffee. She's like,
Oh,
Oh, thanks, dear.
praise
"Yes,
gods.
no problem. You did pay for it last night, so help yourselves. If there's anything else I can bring you, please let me know."
But I get juice, but strained, no pulp, please. I can't have pulp because it affects my voice. If you don't mind.
Did you have a preference as to what kind?
Oh, whatever. Just as long as there's no pulp in.
See what I can.
What's the drinking age in Amaranth?
18.
Fuck. All right. Well, then he's like, I want an ale. Turned 18 last week.
Don't have it. Anything else for the rest of you?
I just want this coffee. I just want this
Coffee's
coffee
good.
so much.
What do you say, Nina?
Coffee is good.
Good. All right, I'll be back with those drinks. You enjoy your breakfast. And you turn.
She's so confused about juice.
I don't know. She doesn't seem really smart.
That's not nice. Shh.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yay.
What's everybody's passive perception?
Oh,
Oh, not bad. 14.
21.
Passive perception.
15.
1 second. Doop, doop, doop. I forgot where to look on.
This.
Under
Yeah.
saves.
It's just slightly different
In the
on.
vision.
I'm just gonna check D&D Beyond because it's easier than figuring it out.
Oh, that's where I was.
That's where I was.
Well, I was looking at the thing on the other thing.
You would
He's
have
trying
to
to
pull up.
embrace
You'd have to pull
difference.
up your characters.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
What day of the week is it? This is very important.
Thursday.
Thursday.
My passive perception is 13, so that was a lot of looking up
Okay.
for no reason.
Nena with a 21.
Damn.
Yeah. So, hear Talia talking about. You can see clearly that he's got the stake. It's nearly driven all around. And each time he hits it, that 21. It's almost as if there's just a slight flicker the way the light is passing through. As if it's vibrating.
Yes.
You notice that.
Okay. She's just gonna look at the window and be like, guys,
Yeah.
does anybody see weird flashing lights over there, or am I just still high?
I'll look harder
I will look as well.
and squint.
Like
And
peer over my coffee, like
You can
what?
roll perception. At a glance, there's no flashing lights.
Nope.
With a 24 from Talia, there's no flashing lights. But it does seem as though you notice the window vibrating slightly with camera strike happening outside.
I don't see any flashing lights, but he's hitting that thing really hard because the window's like shaking a little bit.
Huh?
As
Is
you're
it-
looking,
Okay,
Just
good. I
like a
thought I was
wooden
going
stake?
crazy.
what'd you say? Sal, what'd you say?
Is it just like a wooden stake?
Yeah, seems nearly driven all the way into the dirt at this point.
I was gonna say, how big is this stake? He's been at it for a while.
When you first
Although
saw
he is
him,
a wimpy elf.
when you first saw him, Talia, it was up to your chest. As you're looking now, it's
Oh man,
only a few inches or so.
man, that's like a 4-foot stake he's pushing around. I wonder why.
I bet he's like a carny. He's like setting up his tent. But
Oh,
he like forgot
we should
everything
stay
else.
another day. Wouldn't that be fun?
Why?
Because he could win me prizes.
That's true. Do you think they have that thing where you like lift the hammer and then you hit it and then the bell rings and then
You
get,
would
like,
be
a teddy bear?
so good at that, babe.
I know, babe. I would get you all the teddy bears.
It's the biggest one.
Yeah.
We can give the smaller ones to the poor. They'll like that.
Yeah, or like Saohlai or Nena, you could have like my little bears.
Thanks.
Ooh.
So, since we've spontaneously manifested a carnival,
There is no. But you can imagine there's.
no, that was in character.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
No, sorry, it was in character. Solely saying, well, since we spontaneously manifested a carnival,
Well, like what else would it need that stake for?
Yeah, think big, Soli.
Yeah. Thought you were the smart one.
why am I here?
Because you need to get out more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. You're not gonna be friends. You don't come outside.
Okay,
Yeah.
hang on,
Outside
hang
is
on.
pointless.
Soli, is that what you're wearing today?
Yeah,
We talked about this. No.
we're traveling. I'm not getting dolled up to sit in a cart.
You always look your best.
It's a cart.
What if the man of your dreams is out there, or woman?
Then they're gonna like me for who I am, and it's not gonna matter what I'm
That's
wearing. on
not
a
how
cart.
it works, Soli.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, that is not at all what men think. If you're not hot, they're not hitting it.
I don't care what men think, particularly
gonna put an
men
arm
who
around
don't
Talia.
wear shirts.
So true. You gotta be hot.
I'm gonna go ask that guy why he's staking the ground. Since you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
think I should get
Ask-
out more.
When the carnival starts.
Oh, do you like him? Oh, I'll come with you.
He's like,
I'll be your wing girl.
I don't need a wing girl. This is already a bad idea. But I want to know what's going on.
He's pretty cute.
I'm taking the sausage with me.
Okay, you bring a sausage with.
I'm just gnawing on the sausage as I go outside. I guess I should move myself on the high Twinkie. Bye, Twinkie.
Off on the high twink.
Yes.
Okay, hold on a moment. You are going outside with the individual driving the stake in.
I'm just curious.
Sure. Let me.
And also, I want to escape this table full of my friends who made me come here.
That
It
is
was
fair.
so disappointing.
As she walks away, Nana will look at Talia and Rod and be like, "You guys gotta go easy on her. If you overwhelm her, she's never going anywhere with us again."
I was always raised with like tough love, so
That doesn't work on everybody.
We're too easy. She's never gonna learn anything.
exactly.
Okay. Slowly go
Where's my
outside.
juice?
Pretty busy out here in the plaza. See all sorts of people are milling about, performing their. There's a lot of horses being reared around it. But at the moment, the plaza seems fairly vacant of those. City going about its business. Man is nearly finished driving this. Not look up at you.
She sidles over to him, finishing off her sausage. Is he over here?
No, I will move them.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just
It's
confused.
so as I move the map, Talia and Rod, you guys are still tavern.
Yeah.
We paid for this breakfast. We are not gonna ditch it.
I'll actually eat Solis if she's not here.
I mean, she was mostly sucking down the coffee, but she took some
Yeah, I was gonna
sausage
say,
with
don't take
so-
her coffee and you'll be fine.
That's fine. I only drink Monster.
And beer, apparently.
Monster beer.
Monster beer. Whoa.
What an
Ah!
awful combination.
Actually, I'm gonna say the little backstory that just came into my head. His last name is Hard Brew. Just made that up randomly, but maybe his dad like runs like a brewery and they make like a weird
I
monster
think that was my
ale
bell.
amalgamation.
All right.
Give up.
A good try.
She's never gonna look.
Sully, you are. He doesn't look at you. He seems as though he's very preoccupied.
Can I get a look at the steak, or like, is he staking something, or is it just a steak? Like, can I see anything about what's happening here?
Why don't you roll an investigation?
Okay.
I'm gonna watch from inside and try to interpret her body language.
See if she does find him attractive.
What insight?
Oh shoot, I was gonna switch a spell. Is it okay if I change out a spell?
Yep.
Thank you.
16. With a 16, you look down at the end of the stake in between its hammer blows. See that there is writing. A wooden stake, about maybe an inch and a half across. Can't see what's written on it well. Not like there's no rope tied to it or anything like that. He's just driving a pole in. And when you're getting closer to look, you hear him say, "Excuse me, Mom, can I help you?"
I'm sorry, I was just trying to figure out what you're doing.
Well, regular business, get in business of others.
I mean, kinda. I'm priest in training. It's sort of what we do.
You wouldn't mind stepping back? I only have a few more blows before done, and then I.
What? But okay. So you don't want to tell me what you're doing?
I'm performing a duty for the city.
she scoots back a couple of paces and goes, a duty for the city that involves putting a wooden stick in the ground?
Yes. And he begins to drive it back.
Saohlai stands there and watches him do this.
Okay.
She's not as in his face as she was a moment ago, but she's sort of eyeing him skeptically and just sort of watching the stake go in like she's waiting for the punchline.
I see. As the hammer strikes the stake, second blow, the stake gets sunk down even. The instant it does, everyone with a passive perception above a 14.
Does 14 count?
14 and above. You all feel just like this weird, like a wave passing through.
And if your passive perception is shittier than that, it doesn't.
Just don't notice it.
Okay.
I think I got heartburn, guys. I think I'm eating too fast. Or not fast enough. He eats faster.
Solely, I assume your passive perception is below that.
Yeah, it's 13.
You don't notice anything weird. Him finish driving it into the ground, kind of hammer away and wipes his hands, and he's, oh, pleasant night. And he begins heading.
So what did we notice happen?
There's like a kind of like a,
Shockwave, almost.
but like a
Okay.
like a small one. Like when you
Like a
"Oh,
goose
here."
pimple shockwave, not like a throw
Oh,
yourself out of the
It's
chair
like when you're
shockwave.
in like
Yeah.
a car and you go quickly over a hill and go back down.
Gotcha.
It's like, whoa.
I'd like to crouch over the stake and like peer at it in the ground and see if I can detect anything different about the ground around the stake, because I didn't detect that, and I'm still very confused about what's happening here.
Sure. Describe to me how you invest.
I just first I just peer at it, and then I kind of poke around the dirt around the edge of the stake, and then at the top of the stake, like I poke.
I'll use the 16 that you were previously.
Okay.
Dirt doesn't move. Your fingers press the dirt. Shift at all with your. It kind of, you look at your fingertips, press it, and it doesn't have. Feels like you're pressing marble. Something's.
This is creeping me out. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. I'm not spending 10 minutes for a ritual. I'm just doing it.
You cast Detect Magic. Stake gleams with conjuration magic.
Saohlai sort of crouches there, holding her holy symbol.
As you're looking at it, you notice there is writing in a tight circle on the end. What languages do you speak?
I speak Celestial, Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Giant, Gnomish, and Halfling. I am a languages specialist, but I may not have this.
Written in.
Yeah.
And congratulations, person.
Okay.
I think you're a language major.
I am a language major. We didn't actually finish figuring out which god I had, but definitely a language.
Do you want to pick?
I was thinking Ayun. Ayun baby.
Stake says, the mirror calls it.
The mirror calls it. Do I know anything about a religious significance to mirrors?
No. But,
Do I know anything about an arcane significance to mirrors?
You can roll Arcana for me.
Okay.
While you're rolling that,
Wow.
we're gonna get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Fuck.
After that wave, everyone that's still in the tavern, Roderick, You're drinking ale.
Yeah.
You're holding the mug. You're talking to Tim, looking over what's going on outside. And you suddenly feel a very, very sharp pain. You look down, there is a cut between your index finger and
How deep? Like
It's bleeding.
significant?
take a point of damage.
Fuck. I drop the mug in surprise. It kind of spills
Do
over
I-
the table.
He's like, whoa, babe, you're bleeding.
There must have been like a broken piece on that mug. Ow, fuck. I complained they'd give us like something for
Yes.
free.
Well,
my
obviously they
family
should
keeps renaming
reimburse
him.
us.
Sorry, say that again, Telly.
Well, we should get something for free for sure. Like, because look, you're bleeding. You're bleeding.
Yeah, it's true. Excuse me, ma'am.
The barmaid who's over by the other side of the tavern up and says, "Yes, can I help you?"
Your mug cut me. Can I have can I have some bacon? For my troubles.
Yeah,
And also maybe like a rag because it's bleeding.
Your mug cut me. Can I have some bacon?
sure thing. She does. She goes to the counter, pulls out a clean rag, and tosses it, heading into the kitchen.
Catch. Just kind of like put it on, wrap. Bacon.
Nice. You're so smart.
I know, right?
Did I get my juice yet?
Yes.
Okay, this is important. So far, she's had a nibble of a piece of toast, one bite of egg, and she's gonna take one tiny sip of juice and say, "All done."
If Rod, as if like instinct, will take the rest of her food because this is like an unspoken agreement between the two. I gotta bulk up. Shindig season's coming.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Noted. Nena, as you are at
Yes.
this table, whether you're participating in this, or probably not.
You gotta be
She's
super high.
she's
to
kind of
talk
just
these.
zoned out and not listening to anything that they're saying.
With your
We're
really
used to
high, as you are basically zoning out, you're like looking elsewhere, and your eyes focus in, and you realize you're making contact with a woman at another table. And when she realizes that you're looking at her, drops her gaze in her lap, and then turns her focus to the table in front of her, where you get the feeling she didn't think anybody had. So when you eye contact,
That lady over there staring at us.
Yeah, full body turn.
Well, I mean, look at Rod. Who wouldn't want to stare at him?
Flex. But he does turn fully to look at this woman because nobody tells him to look casually.
her head is down, looking at the table.
And you were just bleeding. I mean, that's obviously important for people to notice.
Yeah, it's true.
This
Do
place is weird.
you want me to like ask if she's like into you? Are you into that?
Do
I'll
that for
pass.
you. You know
I'll
that.
pa- She lives here. I'll pass.
Ah, long distance. I get it.
Yeah. That would be very hard. Should we go see how Sully's doing? I'm gonna go check on her now that I'm done eating.
As you say that, for some from your cup of juice, as you set it down and you said, this happened. You were distracted for a moment. You suddenly hear just a come from a cup of.
Oh, whoa, whoa! There's something wrong with my cup. Don't drink that.
You look into it.
What?
Yes.
You don't see yourself in the reflection of the apple juice. At first, you think it's just the flickering of the liquid, but you see things moving in it that are You don't see your face looking back up at you. You see silhouettes.
Oh, there's something in my cup. I'll grab a spoon and swirl it.
If it's a fly, you should complain, and then we can get more bacon.
All of you see
In the
as-
juice?
No. As she grabs a spoon and dunks it in the cup to swirl it, all of you see thin black tendrils up and cut down the fingertips of Talia's fingers. And immediately blood is running down the spoon. Take
How
4
much,
points
like-
of damage.
How much, like fingertip removal or just cuts?
Lacerations. Just all the way up to the second digit.
She screams like only a cheerleader can scream. And well, fling the cup away. And then look at her hand and
Outside,
Angry.
Sully,
I'm not there. I didn't say that.
Sully, with a natural... Think about what calls it. Conjuration magic, you know, a lot to do bringing things in and out. So, with a natural 20, something weird, something strong, and the fact that your detect magic read such a potent magical effect on the stake, big, happened here.
This thing lasts for 10 minutes. And I don't know yet that the weird shit is happening in the bar. My first thought as Saohlai is to move a little and see if there are other stakes, like other glows in the ground in either direction. So I want to head like 30 feet one direction, then turn around 60 feet the other direction and just like pace back and forth and see if there are signs of other stakes placed like this one.
You don't find any others.
Okay. Kind of stand there for a
why
moment,
don't
chewing on my
you
thumb.
roll me a perception.
Okay.
19. You look toward south side of town, the way that elven man walking down. Saw past fort fence line that circle. As soon as he walked beyond it, couldn't focus on it. It was as if your eyes couldn't look at him. And you blinked, looked again, and
Ooh. Weird. We came into town yesterday. Do I
Probably
know
evening.
it was evening? Do we know if there's a temple in town?
yes, there is a temple of Ana.
Well, I'm gonna go and tell the others that the dude disappeared and there's something really weird going on in here. So I'm gonna turn around to head back into
Is
the
that
pub.
when you hear the screaming?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll get us start moving much faster then.
Sully, as you're heading toward
No.
tavern,
Sorry. Animals. The puppy decided that my headphone wire was chewing.
enough, be restrained. You head
Yeah.
into the tavern. As you push open the door, there is a pane window. Look into it as you're opening it. You can see your face looking back at you. Silhouetted over it is another face. Dark one. With pupilless white eyes. Direct eye. And as you look at it, I need you to make a charisma save.
Okay.
That's why you should have been hot. Saved your life right now.
I am not unhot. I mean, save-wise, I'm okay if I can make it. Nope.
Eesh.
That's not saving anything.
You hear a voice in the back of your head. It says, "See, you have gained a point." Make a note of that.
Okay.
So all of you see Sully like paused in the doorway, But you're currently dealing with your own problem.
Oh yeah, Rod is
Ah.
like yelling at the barmaid, like,
I'm
"What's in this
shrieking.
drink?"
My hand! Oh my god, I'm bleeding my nails! I just did my nails the other day, and that ugly barmaid is jealous of how pretty we are, and oh my god, Nene, what do I do?
Hold a rag on it. She just is like,
Too high for this.
You were just attacked by your juice. So
Oh, there's something in it.
Is like the juice spilled on the? Is there like a liquid
Oh, I
puddle?
flung it.
Yes.
I'm gonna go look at it and be like, "What the fuck did she put in this juice, bro?" Oh,
The apple juice got across the table. And
what the fuck?
Saohlai is gonna walk across the bar back towards her friends, but kind of slowly, like she's not really sure what just happened, and like she's really creeped out, and so just like half speed.
Saohlai, the juice bit Talia.
It wasn't the juice.
Definitely the juice. I stuck my spoon in, and the juice attacked my hand, and now it's all bloody, and oh my gosh, and she's not actually like that upset because she doesn't want to mess up her makeup, but she's, you know.
It wasn't the juice.
I don't understand. Much.
It was your reflection.
What?
What?
No, I
It's
just
the
forgotten that I'm upset.
The reflections. The mirrors. There's something wrong. Something is coming through the mirror.
when you say that, we're overheard. Suddenly gets not quiet.
Dun.
And you hear a man at the table next to you say, What do you mean?
Yeah, I would also like a better explanation.
Saohlai holds up the pendant of Ayun that she wears around her neck. And she says, the stake had a message about the mirrors, and I saw something in my reflection. It's the reflections. The reflections are what's happening.
Like our reflections are jealous of us?
Can I find a shiny object, like a spoon?
Oh, you want a
Yourself
mirror,
in-
babe? I've got a mirror.
Oh, yeah. Can I look at myself in Talia's pocket mirror?
See yourself. Roll me a perception check.
Not bad.
You're looking at the mirror. You can see
Sorry,
yourself.
that was a hilarious face the pen made. Carry on.
An 18. See yourself. You look like you always look. But then behind you, Severn's not. See a night sky. The dark, almost gray landscape behind you. The entities moving about left and right. As you're looking at the mirror, need a wisdom.
I'm so wise, guys. Oh, not bad, actually.
You feel yourself almost getting lost. What you're looking, because it's so like you're turning the mirror away from yourself. Look at what is going on. Then you feel pressure on your fingers holding them at the mirror.
Nana, did you microdose us again?
not this time.
Well,
I said the last time was the last time, and I meant it.
I do appreciate a heads up because
That's
whatever
what
it
you
is,
said 3 times ago.
this shit's good. Like, I'm seeing stuff.
As you say that, a black, Vanta black hand emerges from the mirror, flashes down on the table. Then a torso climbs up out of it. and reaches out and slashes at.
Oh fuck!
Ah!
This shit's too good.
Kill it!
The 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
I need a Constitution
gear
saving
on?
throw.
Okay, I am good at that. 16.
Yep, you succeed, but you do take 12 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch.
And on that note,
I'm not wearing a shirt.
Yeah. Shit.
Ah, my pecs.
I'm sorry.
I look like Khal Drogo.
Ugh.
Yeah. Big green Khal Drogo.
Oh, are we doing an ish?
we are about to roll initiative.
Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped the gun.
Okay. I did get you into a combat tracker before.
Yeah, I saw the combat tracker and was like, oh, button.
Ollie,
Oh,
if you
I
could
want
roll
to click my
initiative
own.
for me.
Oh, wait, I think I have
Yeah.
advantage. I haven't played a barb in a while. Hold on, do I have advantage?
I don't think so.
Oh, sorry, that's danger sense for dex saves. I thought I might have initiative advantage.
But now, emerging half out of this mirror, a black entity with pupilless eyes, and their silhouette is almost wisping like smoke, but it's pure black. It looks sharp as it reaches toward Roderick.
Feels sharp.
Talia, you go first. What do you do?
Questions. Do we have all our gear? Like, do I have my mace and everything?
I think I
Would
left
you
my
have gone
stuff
down
upstairs.
to breakfast with your face in
Yeah.
it?
My shinting stick is upstairs.
I don't know. I'll roll it. 50-50. If it's 51 or higher, I have my mace.
Ah!
Damn it!
Or no?
51
Okay.
or higher rolls a 50.
Okay.
There are
I
all
cast
sorts
the
of
spell.
silverware and plates around you. There is a chair next to you. Weapon. Cast the spell.
There's a thing crawling out of my mirror.
There is.
I am going to can I like grab is it still crawling out?
Yes.
Can I grab it and like try to like fling it off the table?
The
How
mirror.
big is it? Is it like a medium creature?
It is a medium creature that is emerging. As you try to pick up the mirror, it weighs much more than it did. And it is.
I'm also screaming like a banshee.
That's par for the course.
So I can't can I throw it or
You
grapple
can
it off
try.
the or
Roll
I don't
me
know.
a contested athletic.
So strong.
all right. I do have a grapple feat. Wherever I put it on my sheet.
Weird, but okay.
She's a
It's under-
cheerleader.
I'm a cheerleader. I'm good at grappling on the field and
Uh-huh.
off.
Gotta catch.
Lol.
Gotta catch people.
I have an
Gotta catch 'em
advantage
all?
on attack rolls against a. Okay, that doesn't matter yet. Okay, athletics, you say?
A contested athletics with
I
Ah,
am athletic.
fuck. Ripped.
I never
Bye.
skips leg day.
-1.
I'll do the splits and fling it off.
Hilarious.
What is your strength score?
Oh, 16.
Okay. Throw it.
Oh, block like squares, not
You can
Not
choose
that
the direction.
my
I'm not
mental
a
image
rod.
was very confused.
You choose the direction.
Well, I want to get it away from my boyfriend, so probably this way. Because I don't want it to go near Nina either, or my friends.
There it is. You have moved it.
Yay!
Next. Solely.
Hello.
Your turn.
It is my turn.
My mirror has never done that before.
Oh,
I'm
that's a
gonna
new one.
move. One.
Speaking of microdosing.
Okay, I'm too far away to use that cantrip. So
Sure, know how to
Kind of
use
stare at it for a second, and then
You have a point of corruption, correct?
I do.
It is a large.
It's big. Okay.
It is intimidating. I need a wisdom.
Against fear?
Yes.
Okay, I have advantage on wisdom saves against fear. 1 second.
Good.
Yeah. Halfling thing.
halfling thing.
Okay.
That is not
At
successful.
advantage, I got an 8. So that's excellent.
We're frightened.
Wait, yeah, I am frightened of that entity.
Or
And neither of those is a
paralyzed.
1, so I can't fucking re-roll it. So, yep. Paralyzed with fear.
Paralyzed for the turn.
Oh no.
Okay.
I failed at my duty. I'll get it next round.
As you are looking at it, it is pure black to look at. And as this massive silhouette that to you is filling the room, it's reaching up to the ceiling as it looms. And in it, you feel a promise of death. End of you. Nena, it's your turn.
Super.
You see
This is
Saohlai
awesome.
freeze up.
That's not good. Then I will reach onto her belt and grab what looks like a wand, but it's not a well, it is a wand, but it's also a pipe.
Thanks.
She pulls it up. And as she takes a drag on it, she casts Flaming Spear on top of the creature because
Pretty lit.
she doesn't really care about causing damage in here because so far her friends have been attacked by a mug and apple juice.
And a mirror.
And a mirror, and now something is wrong with Saohlai, so we're not messing around. Oh, 3 damage. Wow.
Let me roll a dex save.
Whoa.
We're not messing around. Rolls 3 damage.
I rolled a 13.
Does not save.
Takes 3 points of fire damage. Need you to make a charisma save.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Nena, as you summon this flaming sphere, for a moment, you see into the blackness slowly. Who are the first to harm? You have a point of corruption.
Oh god.
We all hear that?
No. Just
Okay.
In her head, she's kind of gonna she doesn't know if it can read her thoughts or whatever this thing is, but in her head, she's gonna think, well, technically, you hurt my friends first. So,
Yeah, you think
but that's it.
Whatever that was does not respond.
Oh great. So fucking slow.
Nena, you watch. Summon the flaming spear. Sinks into the ground.
Cheating.
And it emerges to you.
Oh god.
Really cheating.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Damn rates.
23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Constitution.
Nice.
That succeeds. Take 6 points. Product damage.
Super.
The entity is now in your space. Find it difficult. Don't know.
Okay.
Roderick.
Yeah, okay. So Roderick's gonna be just like baffled by the series of events, but you know, now he's focused, there's something to hit. Does that fucking hurt? And he's gonna rage. And how does that work?
You
You click rage on D&D, yeah, on
Yep.
D&D Beyond icon.
Yep. Okay, so he's raging and he's going to grab the chair next to him
Okay.
vault the table and just bring it down on this creature. And he does have Tavern Brawler.
Have proficiency with improvised weapons.
That's
Nice.
right. Dirty 20.
That
Nice.
certainly hits. Roll damage +2.
3 + 5. Oh, it doesn't. It didn't add the 2, so it should be 10.
What? Oh, yeah.
It
8
didn't
plus
add
2.
the +2.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 + 2.
10 points of damage.
Just bring this chair down on its face.
The chair shatters into 100 tiny pieces, and you have both legs in your hands.
Nice.
And this
Will
entity,
be.
as it recoils down, you almost see it flatten and then reform itself up and around Anna. But that was a good hit. Is that your turn?
Yeah, so I'm standing on the table basically, right here.
Go back to the top of the order. Talia. Fingers bleeding. Your boyfriend has smashed a chair over a weird entity's head. And you have watched it teleport.
You said I took 4 damage from my finger attack, right?
Yep.
Okay.
One for each
Damn.
fingertip you lost.
Talia.
Your index and your middle finger are basically shreds.
Huh.
Oh, that bad. Okay,
It's 4
but
points of damage to just your hand, yeah.
That's enough to kill 4 kittens.
wow. Okay. I got it gobbed in the towel. I'm gonna jump up on the chair when I see Rod rush in battle mode, and she's gonna start cheering because that's what she does. Which
Okay.
would be Bardic Inspiration,
Yep. Who are you inspiring?
or is that what? How does the Bard stuff work? No,
So
what's
when
a
you
what are the
use
Bard
New
songs?
classes.
Your
Who
bardic
dis?
inspiration is a bonus.
I know. Oh,
Yeah, you
never
inspire
mind. I
one.
want to.
Be aggressive. Be
No,
aggressive.
I've got it. I need to know how to do a song.
You just say you're using it. It requires one of your bardic inspiration deck off on D. And it grants a D6, I believe, to person of your bonus action. Basically, any.
Okay, it is music. That is a song. Okay, but I have to.
You can
Treat it
sing.
like- okay.
You can perform it.
I'm gonna cheer. Stronger than steel, hotter than the sun. Roderick won't stop till he gets the job done. Come on, Roderick.
Yeah.
Blood flying. No.
Flicking it everywhere. This is why we're a dream power
Alright.
couple.
Yep. All right, and that was a bonus action. Okay,
Yes.
which means I can still do a spell.
Can.
Yep.
Damn.
Cool.
Thanks for the inspo, babe.
And then I'm gonna do. Is he within touch range? Sorry, still learning. Yes, I will step up on the table, touch him, and hit him with heroism. You are imbued with bravery. Oh wait, do I see my friend is scared back here?
Yes. Sully
Like
was
frozen?
approaching. Sully was approaching, and now she
Okay.
is frozen in place. Her mouth is agape, and she looks terrified.
All right, never mind. I'll help her instead.
Valid.
Sorry, Ron. You got
Okay.
this.
You already got me with a cheer.
That's
Okay.
heroism.
That should work, right?
The
says it
creature is
makes them
immune to being
immune.
frightened.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not scared anymore.
You are no
Hooray.
longer paralyzed.
Yay!
You can do it, Sully. You can get in the fight.
Then I have some temp hit points. 3. Cool.
I'm really good at cheering.
Yeah.
As the breath comes back into your chest, terrified. There's almost this dark presence that you sense is nearby. You don't know how close, but it's as if you're being watched.
So is my detect magic still up, or did that go away?
I don't believe
Last-
detect magic is.
It just lasts for 10 minutes, so
It would be gone.
okay. Then I am gonna. Oh, it is concentration. So yeah, it's gone. All right, I am going to move. Because right now I can't get a clear line of sight.
Hey, you
Maybe
politely step by
avoid
the flame.
the sphere.
I politely go. In fact, Sully says, "Excuse me," to the flaming spear as she goes past. And then she's gonna cast Guiding Bolt at the thing that she perceives as large.
Okay. Anna, you cast Flaming Sphere. The light it is not as bright as it.
Okay.
An
Fuck.
8. An 8 does not hit. Your guiding bolt just slams into the wall behind it.
Okay, so that was all right. Let me see if I have a bonus action that is at all useful. I don't think I do. Nope, not since I cast a full spell. So yep, that's my turn.
Turn. Go to Sully. Or I'm sorry.
Yay. So I am currently occupying the same space as this thing,
Yes.
correct?
It is swirling up and around you. You feel as though all of your movements are sluggish. It's not grappling you.
Okay. Let's see. So I guess she's going to try to move, like, so she's not occupying the same space as it.
Okay.
So she's like got maybe like 5 foot distance on it.
Sure.
So technically like moving from like there to there.
That's fine.
Back a little bit. And she's gonna look at Rod and say, "It's about to get a little toasty over here," and she's going to move the flaming sphere on top of the
she's
creature again.
hotboxing me. Nana, we talked about this.
Okay. You move the flaming sphere on top of. I believe that's another deck save.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to make one?
Here, I'll just do that again for the damage. DC 14. No, because it's only a 5 foot sphere. That's why she wanted to get off the top of it, because...
I rolled a 20.
Okay,
Aw.
well, then he passes.
Is it a save or suck?
Also, it probably, as it moves, it probably would have lit the table on.
Yeah, it did.
I'm on that table.
You may not want to stay there for long. It's not like the table is. It's just like there's like a streak
Smoldering,
of
yeah.
flame that's climbing up.
We're gonna burn this tavern down, guys.
What?
Anything else?
And so when she sees that that didn't really work out for her,
Yeah.
she is going to cast Blur on herself.
Oh, good call.
Okay. Concentration.
And then, oh yeah, it is. So the fireball's gonna disappear. But she's already started a rather large fire. So.
The fireball lives on.
And once she has cast Blur, she's going to try to move farther away from this thing.
Okay. Just gonna walk away.
Can't
Can't disengage because you
Yeah, back away like that.
going to make an attack of opportunity.
Has disadvantage.
Does. With disadvantage, it rolled a dirty 20.
Damn.
Okay.
6. Good.
Need a con save from you.
No, not again.
13 is successful.
Okay.
You're going to take 10 points of necrotic damage,
Okay.
and you'll need to make a concentration check.
Okay. That's just a D20, right?
It's a con save.
It's your con.
Oh, yeah, con save. Duh. Nope.
Blur fails.
Oh,
That is unfortunate. However, you
that
do
is
move away from
unfortunate.
it.
Fuck.
It is now entity.
Something's turn.
As you flee from it, and Roderick has struck it with a chair. Going to roll to see which one.
Give him a suplex next.
Doing Nena.
I say it's got to go through Rod to get to me. Oh wait, it can teleport. Never mind.
It sinks into the
It's like
ground.
blink, blink.
Fuck.
It's pulling an Alucard.
I love Alucard.
The card is awesome.
That is
It's a
an
great
11 to
game.
hit.
That does not hit for once.
That is its entire turn. Roderick, your turn.
He's gonna yell, "Don't fucking ignore me!" He's gonna grab like a stein from the table and just leap onto it and try to bash its head in.
Okay.
Man, what does
Roll an
this look
attack.
like to somebody who thinks it looks large?
24 to hit.
So to Sully, it looks as though everything is effective.
It's a wibbly wobbly.
Yes. With a 24, that certainly hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I hit rage this time, so it should add. Yes, it
did. So 9,
Yay.
11 points of damage.
And
As-
on my bonus action, I'm gonna go into a frenzy because I don't like being ignored.
As you slam it with 9, the entity breaks into fine motes of dust and possible to scatters into.
You got it!
I don't. It's not a waste. It's not like a rage. I can frenzy at any time while I'm raging.
You believe you get exhausted.
Let me check. In class, you dis. While raging, you can choose to frenzy. Oh shit! You're right. That is unfortunate. Did not read that part. Fuck.
Okay. You destroy the entity, and Rod, you feel rage calms down. You'll just set in.
What the fuck?
I'll jump down or jump over there and wrap my arms and be like, "You're so brave! You did such a good job, babe!"
Thanks. What happened? I kind of blacked out. Is the
Killed
table on
it.
fire?
Table is on fire.
Fuck.
It's not a huge...
How are the other people in this pub reacting
Yeah,
to
what
what
the
just
fuck?
happened?
panic.
Okay. So people are reacting. There's not.
Yes.
Okay.
They're not just sitting there eating their breakfasts.
Everyone has mostly left, actually. Everyone has run
Hopefully
out of
that-
the tavern.
Reasonable.
There's no sign of... I should actually...
Is my compact okay?
Where the
The one on the-
mirror
that you
on the floor?
yeeted?
Yeah, it's fine.
I snap it shut.
Okay. The tavern, aside from you, pretty much empty. It is eerily quiet, except for the sound
should-
of the flames.
We should put that out.
We should put that out, and then we should leave.
Okay.
I don't like
I'll,
this place.
Yeah.
Babe, can you grab my bag upstairs? I'm gonna. He's gonna grab like a
Yeah,
a
I'll go
coat
get our
or
stuff.
someone's discarded something and try to put the fire out.
I'll get all our stuff. I'll be back.
Sully stares at the fire for a second, and then she says, That elf man did this. It was the stake.
Oh, what?
Stake had a message on it written in the language of the gods about calling it through the mirror. This was done. This was not just something random that happened.
As you say that, anyone with a passive perception of a 12
Yes, I'm a 13. So.
from this door, you all hear just a quick and shuddered
Which
or
door?
a voice is coming.
Can you indicate it again? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards that door. Like,
Is the fire
a shot.
out? Did I manage to put it out?
Yeah, the flaming sphere
Like
was only there
bad.
for one round.
just gonna,
Wait, Sully, I don't think you should just go off on your own.
I'm going towards that door. I think someone's hurt.
Well, fuck. Can you just please wait for Talia to get back?
No. I'm gonna scale this bar and
Where?
head to
Hell
the door.
yeah!
Okay, as Sully runs over the bar,
Damn, yeah, no, you got it.
everyone make a percent.
Even me?
Natural 20!
Well, I ran upstairs. I don't know.
Oh, you ran upstairs.
That's right, she was
Yes!
gonna get our bags.
I went to get the stuff.
R.I.P. babe.
Okay.
Fuck.
It's been fun.
I can't roll for shit today. Except for that
You
one
rolled that
really
natural 20.
exciting crit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else has been garbo. though.
Roderick, Nina, and Talia.
But I'm upstairs.
Okay, you still notice that. The corners of your vision grow darker. It's a hint. As if you're trying to navigate a room at night. And there is light, but it's hard to see the details. Roderick, you notice that when you concentrate on your... that darkness is... almost as if...
It's a bad dream. It's just a bad dream.
And as you realize that,
Oh, I'm so charismatic, guys. Fuck.
8.
So charismatic.
You hear voice
All of us?
in the back of your mind.
No,
Roderick.
just him.
Slay. Shall be. And you take a point of corruption.
Ah! Mark that down.
A quick question. Can all of you hear the music?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I have it turned down. Let me turn it up.
It's spoopy right now.
I don't hear
Oh.
music. I just hear like a crowd.
Make sure you're checking your music settings.
Check them out.
I
Make
mean, there's
sure-
multiple tabs between global volume and currently playing.
Make sure global volume controls have.
Hear it.
It's spoopy.
Let me guys reload.
I'll reload.
Are we low too?
As Talia heads upstairs and Sully, you head toward the back room. You're approaching it, and you can't help but feel as though you're being watched every step of the way. But you can move your token. As you get closer to it, as your vision looks into the room, see that the room is dark. It is pitch.
Okay. I'm gonna cast light on my holy symbol.
The light, it emits light, but it
But it's
is not
magical
as
darkness.
bright. No, it's
No? Okay.
it is bright enough that it does cut into the darkness. But as soon as you look in, you see the corpse of the barmaid.
Oof.
You see that she is rent asunder. Her flesh has been cut away in tiny lines all over her body.
Uh,
Death
Spare
of
the
a
dying?
thousand cuts.
Or is it too late?
Beyond.
Okay. She started moving there as soon as she heard the sound, so she was intending to do that, but you have to know that the thing is there before you can. Okay.
The next thing you see, behind her, leaning against the wall, is a half-portrait mirror. And you can see that these tiny black tendrils, someone is toying with it, raping chest, her arm, neck, drawing new cuts, but blood is no.
Can I? How far? So the mirror is behind her.
Yes.
So like if I cross into this terrible dark room, is it like right here?
Yes, it is this shape.
Soleil
As you
thinks that she's
stand-
making a terrible mistake
As you
she
step
does it anyway.
farther into the room, your light is illuminating the floor around you. You see that there are darkened spots in the stone. That they're growing. I need you to make a dexterity.
Nope. Sorry.
Saohlai, you take some points of damage here
Yeah.
as you feel tendrils wrap up and around your bare halfling feet and tighten, and they cut as they do.
Okay. How much?
Slow
Okay,
your
sorry.
roll.
I'm excited, okay?
You take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Ow, okay.
I need a con save.
Okay. Where did... Hang on a second. Sorry. I lost my... My bar was like right here a second ago. Like... fuck. Whatever. Where
You
are my
must be using
saves?
that same mod.
What?
Yes, I was using the
Sorry.
mod, and I have my like
Not
health bar
you,
thing.
him. There's a
one?
mod with the sound that like totally like lags out everything, and
I lost my bar with the saves and stuff on it.
One moment.
You need to click your token.
Oh. Well, that was
back in,
wow.
but the music still is
Thanks.
not playing.
Okay.
That's weird.
Con
Playing for
save.
me.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I just switched to Chrome and it's still not working, so I don't think it's me. Like, I see it says the ceremonial, but it just says 0 out of 0.
Oh, that means your computer's not downloading it through the... Let me try and restart the song. Hear it now? It would update to show you the time.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I don't see the time. It's just 0 out of 0. It's okay. It's fine. Whatever.
17 of 239.
I'll imagine spooky music.
We'll be in the YouTube.
Yeah, that's true.
I am sorry.
It's okay. This mod was buggy the other day too, so.
It's not a mod. It's just the vanilla. It's
Oh,
the
is it?
music that I put into. Not a mod.
Oh, it must just be a net thing then.
Okay,
So 22 on the con save.
that's good.
I just realized why my health didn't change, and it's because I am loaded on Velen and not on Saohlai, so let me just fix that.
With that
No.
con save being successful, don't take any
What?
addition.
I'm not dead. Hang on. Can you undead me? There we go. I hit the wrong button because I'm a dummy. There we go.
I told you not to hit that.
I know you did.
I literally said not to hit that specific button.
I know you did.
I clicked it right away to get it out of my system.
It's not even the first time I've done it. It's just the first time I've done it on this character. Sorry.
Okay. With that successful con save, you don't take any additional effects. However,
Okay.
as the light around you is shrinking, you see that it is harder to see in
Okay.
What is
as
that?
darkness is closing around you. I'm going to need you to make an athletics throw as these entities are trying to grab.
I told you to wait. Oh my god, dude.
Saohlai, you are grappled.
Okay.
We're going to jump back to you in a minute.
Okay.
Talia, you're upstairs.
Oh, mine just reloaded. Thank goodness. Okay. Well, it's almost there because I jumped back to Firefox. We're good. I'm here. All right, I'm upstairs.
You have it is pitch black.
It was not pitch black a few minutes ago. Well, I guess I'll feel my way to our room.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Do you have dark vision?
Nope.
Okay.
I deliberately took somebody without dark vision
She did.
because I always pick dark vision. I'm trying to not rely on it.
And now you're dead.
Well, it's great in a horror game to be able to be terrified in the dark.
Well, yeah, that was my thought. No, I just got to get to our room and get my mace, and then I'll light it up. It'll be fine.
As you urge, you press your hand. The only source of light appears coming from that same.
Oh, great. That's right across from our room, give or take.
It is illuminating the hall in a ghostly, dark light that is not reliable. As you're looking at the areas that is illuminated, it is hard to focus on any single thing. It is as if you are walking through a maze. Not a friendly one that might have been provided by this one. Busy.
I have a candle. Can I light that?
Yes. In fact,
Oh, it's probably with my stuff. No, let's just say it's in. Why would I have it in my pocket? I don't know.
Can you justify it?
Well, if it's in my purse that I pulled my mirror out of, because I wouldn't leave without my purse, that's for sure. My pouch.
If it's in your stuff, and I mean, it's like having a flashlight, except that we don't have those.
I'll say
It's my pocket candle.
I'll say you
So
have
would you
a
keep-
candle.
If you would keep a flashlight in your purse, you would keep a candle in your travel
My belt
bag.
pouch. Yes.
It would be better if you could.
All right, I have my candle. I light my candle. Never know when you want to be in the dark with someone you love.
As you light the candle, the light illuminates the immediate vicinity around you, just the nearest.
I only hear the music.
Oh, good. That's
It's
perfect.
really creepy.
The candle illuminates motion ahead of you. And the light
Hello?
is reflecting. Better looking.
Like
Pupilless
how many eyes?
white.
2 eyes. Okay.
How many eyes? More
More than 2?
immediately count.
Oh.
The only reason you see them clearly is the light of the candles reflecting off of them during tour.
Are they between me and my destination?
Not directly, however. They're not in the middle of the hallway. They're along the edges of it. They're outside of the light provided.
I will move the candle and take a step forward.
As you step forward and you hold the candle out in front of you, the light illuminates more and more. See, that's to you, the left-hand side of the wall. It emerges into the light towards you as its silhouette is the same smoky black tendrils that you can't quite focus on. And it's going to make an attack on you.
Oh, crap. All right.
Roll a natural 20.
Well, that definitely beats mine.
Yes. I need you to make a con save.
Okay, sure. No problem. Con save. 5!
Talia, you immediately believe you should leave this area, because you take 24 points of necrotic damage, and your maximum hit points are that number.
Oh, fuck!
Okay, so...
You alive?
Max
She's
HP
alive.
modifier minus 24. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Real close to.
Well, I'm almost at full hit points again.
That's good.
I
I know you took that
will
damage too.
scream again, which I'm not going to, but ah! And then she will run down the stairs again, shrieking. The whole is okay, sorry.
As Talia runs down the stairs, Nena, you're in a position where you stairs. As Talia is running down them, a cloud of guards, just black blades, are trailing after. only held at bay slightly by the candlelight. The room is getting darker.
What the hell?
You hear Saohlai struggling in that other room. You see Talia looks. Her face is withered and pasty white, as if all the blood has been drained from her. Her face is gaunt, gone, and her eyes are sunken. Hasn't slept.
Oh dear.
Oh, not looking your best, babe.
That.
What is your hit point count right now, Talia?
7 out of 11.
Where her neck meets her clavicle, just lacerate. Blood is staining her.
She's gonna run straight to Roderick and grab him.
Come to me.
Okay.
We have to get out of here. We have to get out of here.
For fuck.
Well, seeing that Roderick is occupied with Talia, Nana is going to make her way towards where she can hear Saohlai struggling.
Yeah, you head that direction. Saohlai. Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to ask. There's going to be an initiative.
Okay.
And Nana is heading toward you, so she's going to be in that initiative.
Okay.
I hate that.
Well, I rolled Nana solely.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So Nana,
Super excited.
you're
Rolled a
first
5.
here.
Okay. She's just going to move her total movement towards her friend.
Solely, what's your current hit?
26.
Nana, as you approach, it's hard to see in the room. It's dark. But as you get closer, you suddenly see, as if cutting through a cloud of smoke, you can see light from Saohlai as she has cast light. But it's you can't really perceive it from a distance. So as you approach, you suddenly see her. And you can see there are these black spots on the stone floor in this back room that are lacing up like vines that are wrapping up and around Saohlai's leg. And you can see them cutting into her legs. Blood is dripping down onto them as Saohlai is struggling to get away from her. What do you do, Nana?
Yell over her shoulder, guys, we have a problem.
No shit.
And then, since she can see through the door and she can kind of see like the darkness, she is going to cast Produce Flame, but instead of holding it, she's going to throw it
At?
at like the area next to Sully.
Okay, roll me an attack at disadvantage.
+6. Ooh, 7.
7 is not going. The Produce Flame crashes into the room, and Saohlai, you see it nearly miss you as it splashes across the floor and just like a flash of fire. That brief flash of fire illuminated the room a little bit better. You had a better idea. See an entity here before it vanishes. Nana, anything else in your turn?
Nope. Other than just yelling to, Roderick and Talia that we're in deep trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because
Even
of
Roderick
that,
gathered
Roderick
that.
and Talia, are you?
I think
Yeah?
Roderick's first impulse is to pick up Talia, like bridal style, and then just kind of like haul ass towards his friends because
Why
being
don't you
together is way
two?
better than being separate.
She's
Why
good
don't you
with
two
that.
roll initiative?
Okay.
As at the same time, Saohlai, you are being attacked.
Oh, great. Damn, you're quick.
So
Yeah.
quick.
Speedy Bard.
Even with advantage, I rolled 12. Does that hit you?
Nope.
Okay. For a brief moment, as it lashes out at you, entity reveals itself.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is the one that you saw, so not get advantage. A 16. Does that hit?
Nope.
Okay. Half.
I've got armor on, and we talked about how obnoxious Saohlai is for wearing it everywhere, so I feel justified.
Fair. It's now your turn, so.
Okay. I need shit.
You don't need that. No one needs
GM call. Words of Radiance says creatures within 5 feet of me that I can see. Does that include tendrils of
Yeah.
creatures? Okay,
Yes.
so everything. Okay, so all of the black things within 5 feet of me that I can see, I am doing Words of Radiance, and the words that I am speaking are go back to your mirror. And I am casting this. Hit the button, please. So it's a DC 13.
Nine.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to roll damage at least once.
2.
Yeah.
11.
Okay.
4.
I don't like how many there are.
And that's a 12.
All
Okay.
fail.
So all of those fail and take 5 points of radiant damage.
They actually
From my
take
word.
10 points.
Ooh, 10 points of radiant damage. Little Ayun bomb right there in the dark.
As you say, go back to them, and you shout this, the whole room glows brightly for just a split second. And as it does, you realize just how many entities to you, as all of them just are immediately incinerated in a pile of black. You are no longer grappled.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, there we go. That was it. I didn't actually finish clicking the cast. So there it is. It looks very cool. Cool.
So you successfully
Neat.
free yourself.
What a radiance.
Okay.
Smaller entity.
All right. Okay, so then am I back on my feet?
You were never prone. You're just no longer
I'm just
grappled.
grappled. Okay.
But I need another charisma save.
Okay.
$13. Feel this drain. Feel this horrible soul being tugged. As this just awful feeling washes over you, you hear in the back of your head. Make sure I have. Shall perish. And you have a second.
Okay.
With that second point of corruption, your maximum halved.
Okay. We just figure out how to do that real quick.
If that brings your maximum below your current, reduce your...
It does. But I can math.
These guys don't fuck around.
No, they do not. Do I also lose the 3 temporary hit points that I have?
Nope. Still got those.
So I have 3 that are over the 17 that are my...
Yes.
Ugh.
Okay, awesome. Oops, not 30.
And you are no longer grappled in this room.
Well, I did an action. I still have a bonus action.
Yes, you do.
And I have my movement. I am going to stagger back out of the room.
Okay.
She's dead. They killed the barmaid. I couldn't save her. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to healing word. They both look off. Everyone looks awful right now. But can I tell that her hit points are reduced?
Talia looks.
Talia looks like
Fucked
she's
up.
dying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Talia looks like she's dying.
Are you proficient in medicine?
Yes, let me roll it.
With that,
Nice.
with a 24, and the effect that you currently
Yeah,
feel on you,
so I know
almost-
that max
it's
hit
like a-
points.
curse.
Yeah.
You feel as though she likely is suffering.
Okay.
You,
So I
with
know
your
that my
training-
healing word is not gonna help.
your training in Arcana, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, as you feel it, something is drawing on life force.
No, Heimdall. Okay. Okay. So I know that healing word's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna throw my healing word on Nena because she's closest, and say, I don't know what to do, but I think we should go back to the stake.
Okay.
So let me cast this spell.
Nana is very ready to get out of this bar.
What are you healing word?
I
Nena.
was healing word Nena. Because I didn't think that my healing... It's just, she's too effed up for that to help, and I might as well use it on...
No, it's fine. I just want to know who.
Yeah.
And you feel a little better.
Yay.
Okay, so you guys are leaving the tavern?
Oh yeah. I have Talia in tow.
I don't feel so good, Rod.
No, you don't look so good either, babe.
As you guys emerge out of the tavern, back into...
Oh, I guess I should... Oh, okay, you're doing that. Great.
Ah!
That's where we're going to take a break.
Okay.
Because I'm still loading.
We got fucked up.
He turned his screen off. So professional and dramatic. I'm waiting to see him emerge in the background of the other one.
You mean in South?
I'll be back. I got it.
Waiting for it. Any second now. Where is he?
I don't know if you'll be able to see him if he's going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh,
your
I don't
bathroom
know
is
the layout.
Right there behind Beth.
Well, it would have been fun.
Oh, there is. There
Oh,
is.
yep. There he is.
Ah!
Okay.
Okay. That
Oh,
was
it's my turn.
and fun.
I was looking at the TV, so I didn't see his look of suffering, but I could imagine it. Heimdall, for fuck's
Good.
sake!
Dramatic. Oh wait,
You
wrong
are
side.
such a doofus
Oh,
cat!
that doesn't work either. It's not tall enough. All right, whatever. You're just gonna wall. I'll be back.
Okay. Now Heimdall is chasing Bryn. The real horror monster! Take your soul. Belly is the true monster. He kept mowing, and I was like, oh my god! What do you want, baby? He's like, attention! He's like, oh, this is better. Not ever. But he needs to learn. true. He would be a great. I don't know. I don't know what class this cat would be. He mounts a lot. He's a bird. Oh, that'll work. Oh my god! As he slides around. As he slides around with his butt.
I'm not feeling for you. I'm exhausted.
And I don't have great restoration or root because we're level 4. I'm glad the restoration. If we were deafened or blinded, that could help. Yeah. He will not stop mowing. Uh-oh. I don't know. He did that to Chi during the first couple of days. Like, the doors were shut, but he snuck in, and he like, Dad was moving some stuff around, and the door got left open for like 3 seconds. And I go, that was my chance. He loves to go through any of it. He doesn't care. Love is an outfit.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's good. Sorry, I got distracted. Dad was like, spin in this thing so that we can finally get this Ancestry.com thing that we've had for literal years sitting on his desk. Oh gosh, how long's that thing? Turns out,
I remember it took a while.
you gotta work up the spit. I spit it once.
I had to administer many drug tests at once. And in that time that you salivate on something was insane.
And it's so great, like, somehow spitting, like, made me nauseous, like, my body's, like, thinking that we're, yeah.
Yeah, you salivate pretty broad. Are you doing this right or something?
Hi, yeah? You're so much better behaved than your obnoxious brother.
It's your nose.
I'm the old guy who's happening to me. How could this happen to me? And he takes it out on her. Because he goes over and he stabs her. Like, the humans are too big, but I can punch you.
Exactly.
Yeah, you watch that. No. Apparently, I think it's mostly been him. I don't actually know that, because I haven't seen either of them do it. Oh my god. I just suspected it being him because
He's a little.
he chews a little more than she does. Like, she pulls the rope off of this thing and that thing. She pulls on the ropes. I don't think she chews as much as he does. It is very cute when you drag yourself like that, though.
That's not. You can otherwise we get so.
Ooh, we're just okay.
It's like in their best interest to be cute.
I think that Seth is unusually cute, though. Like, he's pretty cute, but her face was the reason why I clicked on that particular picture on my phone. It's like, that's exciting.
She's the beautiful face.
Definitely. Although, she's pretty quiet. She's more big. Her wiggles. He is very big. He's cute. An interpretive wiggle bard. And then she's not actually that mad.
So well.
Yeah. Ow! Yeah. Your claws are sharper than your teeth. Maybe you just have better control. I think she has better control of her teeth.
Yep, that's what I got from remnants.
Most of my claw
See where
marks.
she like.
Yeah, most of my claw marks from them are here.
Are you coming down in one?
What are you making in there? Popcorn. Oh, popcorn. No, I'm good. I'll definitely want some though. Hey, you like popcorn? Bread? You like popcorn? No, it's okay. I had a lot of work. A little wiggle baby. Twinkie decided to help me play. Surprise Bob. Yes. And then Dad adjusted one of the weird things. Wait, how come you're so old? Get me your foot, please. No.
My cat, I don't know how she does it. She always has little stuffs like on her nose or around her mouth, and she just walked into something.
Yeah, when we first got her, he was, I mean.
Such a strong anchor.
What made you do this, man? You guys trying to drink the Dr. Pepper now? It's my cat food. One. Wow.
Oh no!
Everybody's gone.
I'm sure Sip would have eaten it if you hadn't.
All by myself.
I'm here.
Don't wanna be all by myself. That was great.
We were just messing with my cats. Oh shit! I wasn't on mute. You could probably hear all of it.
I didn't hear anything because I just sat down.
But Whttrs did.
I sat down like 5 seconds before Paul.
I don't think
Before I started singing.
Talking about Sif's need to anchor her claws into my thighs when she wants to maneuver in any way.
Climb.
I was
Pen,
talking
like a
about dinner
mountain.
plans.
I had a kitten once that was absolutely too lazy to walk anywhere. He would just wait till somebody went by and then grab onto their leg and ride.
That's horrific.
It is now time to turn the light on, for it is going to be dark soon. Because I live where
You
it's
live in the
light.
frigid north.
It's really light in the summer and really dark in the winter.
There's apparently a whole branch of my family that comes from Michigan, which I did not know.
It's a
You're
great
missing
state.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. None of mine are spoopy.
None of your
Your pictures?
Yeah, I was
Did you see
generating
mine?
I was generating images based on the things that the
My
monster
fucked
were
up
saying in our
eyeball
head.
hallway? So creepy. Yeah, yours, I
They're-
don't
they're-
know. It's got like, it looks like it's got heads on spikes and stuff.
Looks cool.
You were the first to see. You were the first to harm.
Oh, that's good.
You should just look at the
And-
AI channel and see them
Oh
all.
yeah, instead of making me.
You're all there.
Oh, okay. I will scroll until I find it. One sec.
It's at the bottom of the AI imagery channel on Closet Gaming.
Yeah.
Yep, go in there.
B, Arm, and Slay. They look pretty cool. They're not like super scary looking. But none of them really were.
Interestingly, Harm looks more.
Arm is the scariest of them all.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Didn't even
No, but
realize.
it's like okay, yeah, no, it tells a whole story. You see it coming, then
Yeah.
you're in the middle of the battle, and this is after it's over and everything's nice again.
Wait, where's the last one?
The middle one
Didn't
is
act
the
out.
first to slay.
Juice cup of hell.
Usually it shoots me down with words, but I let hell go through, so that's cool.
It wouldn't let me when I was doing Nena's portrait. It wouldn't let me use Bloodshot.
You're not allowed to use
Boo.
blood. Blood's completely
I know.
blocked. Yeah. Too many people abused it. But you can use it on Stable Diffusion all you want. You get really nasty things.
Oh,
What are you
cool.
guys referencing?
The
AI
AI,
AI
image generation.
channel on Closet Gamers.
What the heck? That is not what I wanted. I wanted
Withers
the
is,
things crawling
was-
out of the juice cup.
Putting
We were-
in the creepy things the monster was saying in our heads into the AI generator and making little paintings.
Pauline was
And
doing
I-
it and worried one of our friends.
Yeah. Yeah,
Putting really
he actually
dark stuff
texted
in
me.
there.
He's like, "You're set to do not disturb and you're putting really creepy shit in the AI channel. Are you okay?" I was like, "It's our one shot." He's like, "Oh yeah, forgot." Have fun.
I do think that series of paintings looks neat.
Yeah, they're
It
just
does. It's pretty cool.
Did you see
I
the
read-
hallway of eyes if you scroll up?
Ugh.
yeah, those
Yeah.
are. I don't know. I think it's kind of neat looking.
That is terrifying.
I like weird stuff like that.
Says you.
I mean, it is terrifying.
The shadow climbing out of the compact mirror did not work at all. That needs some workshopping. But how much time do I have left?
Your guys'
2
game.
hours.
12 hours and 97 minutes. No, of my mid-journey time.
Hi, Sif.
I got free time through a glitch, and I told them about it, and they're like, "Okay, cool, yeah, it's a bug. Don't tell anybody. Enjoy." Basically, is what they told me, which was really cool. Because it was like, yeah, like $30 of free time.
Yeah, come here.
Get your tail. Get your tail. He did not, in fact, get
You
her.
are
I will have to
so-
pause sometime in the next half an hour-ish to tell Dennis what I want for dinner, but
No problem.
it's just McDonald's, which we have every other day, so what?
Hi, Sif.
It's not that yum when you have it all the time.
Yeah.
That's
And on
fair.
the weekend, it's particularly crappy because it's all the teenagers working. But I don't think he's going to make 2 stops, so. On the plus side, that gummy snippet should be kicking in pretty quick here.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
It was
boy.
a very tiny piece, but it did taste rather strong. We'll see what happens.
Oh boy.
You
I
weren't
can
the
still
one
feel
playing
the
the
edge
soda.
of that sore throat, but it's not bad. Ew.
Sif. Thank you, Sif. Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. First the dog, then the cat. Oh, she's gone.
That's what it looks like outside now?
No, not quite. It is. It's darker. I'm gonna get there.
Oh
Back
yeah,
in.
we're good. Wait. I'm ignoring my emails that are piling up. Eating chocolate.
I want chocolate.
It's dark chocolate.
Yummy.
Could have got chocolate at Roast.
I know. Do you want to get cookies after this?
I have truffles upstairs too. Wait, where are you? Aren't you at your place?
What?
She
Or
lives
are you
here
in
now.
a third room? Wait, you're in another room?
Yeah.
She lives here now.
I live here now.
I didn't realize that happened already.
I've been welcomed into the Sao Echo fold.
Yeah. So you could both like run off screen and then converge on the third screen. Oh man.
We could.
She
I actually
literally
went
can't-
out to
she-
the living
yeah.
room.
Everyone
I
has
think-
passed through Beth's webcam.
I missed
You must
it.
have
I
not
was
been looking, but I
upstairs.
went over
Yeah.
there and I was like, "Hi."
I was watching. He was right at the scene of Thor Ragnarok where like Thor and the Hulk are on the arena
Wait.
floor together, and I was like, I gotta watch that.
We work
see?
together.
Do you see
I
that?
know it was great.
You see that cabinet in the back of Beth's background, and the closed door next to it? Watch.
It's like
Gonna
you're
blow your
embarrassing
mind.
me. I told them we were friends.
She's a friend from work.
You guys are traveling through like portals.
Portals, yeah. Doors,
Did you see me?
portals, same difference.
Yes.
There's my door, but nobody's gonna magically appear there.
Echo appears there, and we're like, "Ah!"
That would be
That's
really
the real
freaky
horror
because it's
zone.
only like
Michigan.
3,000 miles or something.
It would definitely
power
make
of
this
the
a
internet.
special horror one.
My
shot.
copy of Thirsty Sword Lesbians has arrived. Woo! So,
Are we ready
Yeah,
to
I
dive
have-
back in?
Excuse-
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I was wondering what we were waiting for.
People to be in the mood, I guess.
The mood to die.
Have we been in the mood?
True.
I feel like
We're in it.
we're so in it.
I'm super apt, just not at this.
As you guys have emerged from the town, Plaza is full of people that are anxious. There are hurried conversations. People are scared. And it is dark. You all notice immediately that the outskirts of the town are getting darker. A black ring around the town is growing taller and taller, as if there's just a wall of shadow climbing in a perimeter around the plaza.
Is the temple within the perimeter?
Yes. This is the temple. You zoom out, it is the building.
Directly across from us.
Okay, directly across. Okay.
It is a temple of Ana.
Yeah, you had mentioned. And this is the southerly way that I saw the elf dude disappear, right? Down here?
No, it was this road. Down this road.
This road, okay. And is my light cantrip still lighting my holy symbol?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Let me make you emit some light here.
Assume this is the stake.
Meanwhile, Talia is in between whimpers, going, I did not hear anything about this from the travel agent when I was helping plan this vacation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Daddy's gonna be very upset.
We'll tell your father if we survive this.
Talia, do you still have your candle?
Yes, so.
So it's a
I
big
sure wish I
5
had that
to-
mace that I relied on.
Yeah, my shinning stick is upstairs.
I'm sorry.
Is this a person?
It's fine.
That
It's
is
funny.
a person. She is
The-
amongst
the
the
one
crowd.
thing I took with light.
And Sully, you recognize her. I'm sorry, Sully don't. Roderick, you recognize this woman as the one who had been looking down at the table that
Yeah.
Nane said. She is looking anxious. She's looking back and forth as all of you are moving about. Jesus, Whttrs, are you okay?
Yes. Sorry.
Do you approach her as it appears you're doing so?
Well, I followed Soli.
I mean, I was trying to head back in the vague direction of the stake.
Oh,
Lots of
the
But I
stake
forgot-
was right here.
I forgot where it was
Oh,
because
shit.
I have the brain of a bird.
The stake was directly in front of the tavern.
Fuck,
I'm
okay, that's
wherever
where we are.
Roderick is.
Yeah, because I'm still carrying her.
Carrying her.
Okay. You look at you are over the stake.
Is this what you were talking about?
Yes. I kind
Should
of
get that
tried
thing
to,
out.
Yeah, I try to ineffectually dig up the stake, but I have strength of 8, so basically nothing happens.
Here.
How
stand back.
describe to me how you attempt to dig up the stake?
So I've literally, like, I crouch over the stake, and then I kind of, like, paw at the dirt with my fingernails, except that I remember it doesn't really feel like dirt around the stake. And I go, it's not, it's like it's sealed over.
Does anyone have a dagger? I don't have any weapons on
I
me.
have one, babe, and here, let me make you stronger.
Okay.
How long does...
I have a bardic inspiration
Concentrate.
still, if that's what you're doing.
No, that was concentration. That was
I'll-
gone when I went upstairs and got freaked out.
Oh, is it?
No. The
Isn't
bardic
it?
inspiration is
Oh,
not.
you're still inspired.
So
Okay.
you're doing enhanced ability
Heroism.
strength.
Heroism is gone. Now
Yeah,
you
heroism
have
is gone.
full strength. And my
Oh.
dagger. Which
Then
I
I
have
no longer have
12
these
temp.
temporary hit points.
You have advantage on strength.
Yeah, if she had done Bears and
Yeah, it
Giants,
just
you'd have
says that.
12.
But I did the other one full strength.
Oh, hold on. Fuck.
It just means you have advantage on strength base.
Yeah, I know. I was refixing my HP because I got 10 HP from that.
Oh,
Right.
oh.
Okay,
Oh.
so he's gonna take...
No, you don't get temp HP from that.
what does it
That's what we're
say?
trying to tell you. I didn't
Because
cast that
it
one.
is-
Oh, I see.
I choose. I picked bull
Alright.
strength. So you
Alright,
get
alright.
advantage on strength and you can carry double. So now I'm feel more light.
You're already light.
Thank you.
He's going to set you down, and so you're propped against either Saohlai or Netta, whoever makes the most sense. Probably Netta, since she's actually your height.
Yeah, I'm tiny.
And he's going to take the dagger in hand and then just, like, try to bring it down and, like, wedge it between where he sees the stake enter the floor. He's just going to try to dig it out.
As the dagger comes down on, like, the gap between the stake and the dirt, it is as if you have just shoved that dagger into hard glass, and it bends out of your hand and scatters across the ground.
Didn't work.
That's not good.
It's smooth. Like, I run my hand over it. Was
Yes,
there
it
any,
is.
like, chipping from where I made contact? So this is not gonna work. It's my professional assessment as someone who hits things often.
They completed the ritual, so this isn't going to be the way to get rid of this. But I saw the elf walk off to the south before he disappeared. So I guess I'm going to start heading south.
Well, have we tried to fucking leave?
We could try to fucking leave, but are you going to feel real good about, like, just this happening to all these people? Like,
I
that
don't
army
feel
was
real
nice to
good at
us.
all.
No,
Look.
I averts his
I
eyes.
g-
Yes.
Look, I don't want to fucking...
Well, if it works, then we can leave. We can say, everybody, just leave, and then they'll leave too, and it'll be great, and then we'll live. So,
You can try.
As-
I want to try to find that
Oh,
dude.
Lord.
So you're gonna head in the direction he left through?
please don't leave the group.
I'm not going to leave it. Look, the reason I did that is that I thought someone was dying, and it turns out I was right. So I'm not leaving you behind.
Okay. Let's go south then. Fuck it.
Look,
I want you all to very carefully move your tokens before moving.
He's picks Talia back up and moves south. So wherever he is, Talia's in his square.
Nana's gonna cast Produce Flame and just hold it in her hand.
That emits light, I believe. Like
What?
a torch.
Yeah, it's 10 foot bright, 10 foot dim. Thank you.
Talia, you're Roderick.
Yeah, sorry, I'm texting my dinner order.
Okay.
This way?
yes,
Just to-
this is the way to the road I saw him go.
As you guys are getting closer toward the line that is surrounding the town. Stop moving for a second. The surrounding perimeter of the town, as I've described, is as if there is a wall of shadow surrounding the town. And as you're approaching, you can see it's well over 20 feet high. And beyond it, you can see unfamiliar constellations.
No. I saw him disappear on the other side of this fence. This isn't... They didn't come through the mirror. We did.
What?
They're
I
not-
definitely did not climb into any mirrors.
I don't remember that either.
Me
We-
either.
We've been sent... This whole town got sent somewhere else. We're not on the... I don't think we're on the prime material plane anymore.
Okay, how do we get back?
I don't know.
Have
I
we
have
tried?
some books in my room at the inn, but I mean, she went upstairs and that's how she got so badly hurt.
Well, she shouldn't have gone alone. That was my bad.
A shadow thing jumped out and just attacked me, and there were eyeballs all over the walls. So many eyes.
That's fucked.
It was real fucked up, babe.
Have we tried they come through the mirrors, yeah?
They've been crawling out of anything
Should
that looks like
we
it is a reflection.
Maybe try the same thing?
You want to try to fight through to a mirror?
Pull out my
Yeah.
compact as
Okay.
I'm in his arms, and I open it. I see if I can put my hand into it.
Oh
In
no.
the mirror,
Yeah.
your fingers like hitting a mirror.
And I just see my reflection.
Oh, great.
You look into the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Nice. Done playing the shadow bullshit game.
Then shadow thing. I'm in charge now. I'm a leader. I'm the squad leader.
As you look into the mirror, you don't see your...
Oh, no.
That's
You
weird.
see looking at you a massive with black and blue rippled skin, long snout, and enormous black horn, with black eyes that are full of malice, looking back.
Do I think I know what this thing is?
Proficient in Arcana?
No.
No idea.
Sure not. I'm half proficient, whatever that means.
Cards.
Oh, roll an Arcana.
Something.
You might have
Cool.
listened to it during a lecture that you were spaced out
I have
during.
no idea.
Okay.
There's a really ugly monster in my mirror. Listen, ugly monster, we don't want to be here anymore. If you don't want all the anger of my father,
I thought about this. Does it look
and,
intimidated?
We're in another
I'm gonna try
reality
and
right now.
intimidate it.
Okay.
Nothing. Okay, you go ahead and roll intimidation.
Oh, no.
Natural 20.
Doesn't seem to react.
Maybe close that, Talia.
The elf
Close
said
it.
that he was doing a service for the town. What does that even...
The elf in the gray pants with no ass.
The assless man.
Yeah, I guess. Sure. I wasn't looking there. But he drove the stake in. He said that he was doing a service for the town. He clearly didn't want me poking in at his business. And he said that he was, and the markings on the stake said that pulls it through the mirror. I want to try and cast an augury, but I need 10 minutes undisturbed. And
Oh fuck, I guess we'll just stand right
You
here.
need me to distract the crowd. I am so good at that. You know that.
I
Oh, yeah.
do, but I don't know
Can
how
you even
safe that
walk?
is.
Yeah, you look rough, babe.
I
know.
am always ready to cheer. That's
I
what
don't-
squad leader is.
I don't know if we have 10 minutes to just play with cards on the ground.
Have we considered just breaking all the mirrors? Because apparently the mirrors call it.
I
You
was
want me to break
tempted
my
to.
mirror, babe?
I'll buy you a new one.
Okay. I'll smash it.
Just throw it on the ground.
Yep. Step on it.
Okay.
I cast Word of Radiance to try to melt the mirror with radiant energy.
Is that a cantrip?
Yeah,
Good
it's
mirror.
Oh.
You would know.
shit.
Normally,
You
breaking
can't
this
use Word
mirror.
of Radiance on a
No,
object.
you can try to use.
Okay.
Normally, shoving your boot.
Yeah.
I didn't pay that much for that.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Ugh. It came out of Tolly's juice. So
Any
it's
reflection.
right. That makes sense. But so we can't go through a regular mirror. We tried, or at least Talia has. It didn't work. It was either because the mirror wasn't big enough.
As you guys are discussing this, here's some
Oh great.
coming from.
Oh fuck.
I look over Roderick's shoulder.
You see a man, full plate armor,
Boy.
shining silver plate armor. He is carrying 2 children, running toward the north side of town, and he says, "Anna is with us. I'll be back for more of you. Be safe." And you watch as he runs through back.
God, what happens?
Finishes.
That man just got out.
We
You
I
see-
don't know if we know that.
You see many people running toward that wall. See what happened.
Fuck. Rod is gonna go that way as
Run,
well.
babe, run.
Okay.
Guys, I don't know if I trust this.
Well, we're just gonna see what's going on.
All right.
You know how good Rod is at checking people.
Shoulder checking.
Whee!
Yeah, we're
Heck
following.
yeah.
I don't think I'm as fast though, even though we have the same movement speed officially.
I
Yeah.
don't know how we're moving around. I can't see shit with my tiny little candle.
That's why I'm
It's
deleting.
it
I have
is
dark
not
vision.
pitch darkness, but it is
Okay,
dark.
it's just dark.
When you
Oh.
get here,
Oh,
the instant you get there, you see these people running toward this wall. Quite that aggressive. When you see them get to that wall, at this point, the shadow, the dark wall, is well over 30 feet. And as people run up to it, you see one of the townsfolk tentatively approach it. And as soon as he gets within maybe 10 feet of it, you see just hundreds of tiny dark tendrils reach out and grab him and cut him up into tiny ribbons and pull him into the wall until he is completely gone. And the instant that happens, everyone is running back and back toward this.
Oh, those kids are fucked. Oh shit. Okay, so that doesn't work.
No, doesn't work
Over the
Yeah.
wall. It's not closed up.
yet.
Well, fuck, it's only gonna get taller.
Can you jump 30 feet?
There are roofs? What's the highest building in this fucking place?
At the Temple of Anna. Here.
Should we go? Fuck.
gotta get our stuff.
When you look up to see how tall the temple is, first time any of you have see that in the middle of the plaza, there is a disc, night sky that is expanding with alien.
I was about to say the constellations are totally wrong, aren't they? Okay.
That's not
So
good.
you said that the disk of night sky is expanding. So does that mean that there's like a circle of daylight that's getting devoured by the
Yes.
night? Okay, cool. I mean, creepy, but cool. Okay. Okay. Do I know anything about like a plane being shoved into another plane?
Roll Arcana.
Okay.
Whenever someone uses a spell like demiplane, whenever a magical anomaly where a plane is, it occupies a space somewhere. Don't know where. It's not really important. It's kind of determined by either usually controlled. They are also always anchored to wherever it is demiplane.
Okay. So we would need to have a dimensional anchor.
Also know, likely, if it is with a 26, I will say your character is aware.
A plane beyond the mirror.
Well, plane created that is a mirror.
What did Snake
Right.
say again?
It said the mirror calls it. Talia, I need to try something. He's gonna set you down. And he's gonna look at the front of the dragon's breath, which was mostly windows, yeah?
Yes.
He's gonna take a running start. Just
He's just gonna
try
launch
to go
himself at
through
a
the
window.
Yeah.
The first thing you notice back of the is completely dark inside.
Great.
Run toward the window. How fast do you run?
Book full speed orc charge.
What is your movement speed?
30. He's a shinting player, so he's got like shoulder and he's ready to just like he's
body
backing
checking.
him.
He's
Yeah,
body,
he's body
checking,
checking the mirror.
Roll athletics.
Athletics. What? Why did? Oh, I still have it as raging. Sorry, ignore the advantage. Oh no, wait!
You
You
have
cast
enhanced
enhance
ability.
ability.
21. Take half of 10 points of bludgeoning damage
Ow!
as you slam into a solid wall of window. It does not.
Fuck!
The window does not.
Does not break.
That
Okay.
mean?
Means that the mirrors aren't going to break because we're in the mirror
Fuck.
plane, or we're in a fraction of the mirror plane.
What about
Or a
water?
version.
Like we looked at the juice. I'm gonna go look in the well.
Was it well?
Fountain thing.
Whatever that is.
As you are heading toward the far side of town, in this direction,
Okay.
as the dark climbing higher and higher is well over 60 feet tall, and you can see the gap of daylight is shrinking.
No.
You see off in the distance, especially you, Nana, with your really high passive perception, you see it. You saw it as she was heading that way, and you were about to say, there is a massive creature looming over the treetops in this direction. It is a horned creature, an elongated face that is stepping.
He sees it.
Yes.
Yeah. Guys, that is. I don't know what that is, but it should just point.
Did we see it?
Trying to like
Does
hoping
it look
that
like
they'll,
the
make
thing
it
I
out.
saw in the mirror?
Looks exactly like.
That's what I saw in my mirror. I pull it out and open it again since it's not
It's
broken.
still there.
Roll wisdom save.
Damn it.
Do we know what that thing is?
13. Lilia, you paralyzed.
Oh God.
You just
All
feel
over.
this. You feel as though something is looking into your soul. You feel as though you can't move, you can't breathe. as
Well, Rod's
just hundreds of tendrils are crawling up from your feet, holding you in place.
Rod's seen me stare at myself in the mirror before, so maybe it might take a
This is
moment.
not unusual.
Okay.
Probably not with a rictus of horror, though.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the day.
I know,
Uh,
but think about how she
Same.
looks right now.
Yeah,
she
that's
would
fair
be
point.
Oh,
horrified
yeah,
if she
that's
saw
true.
herself in a mirror.
Can I see the? I mean, I can see the big thing too, right?
Well, it looks like this.
Okay. Can
Oh,
I
great! I
do
hate
an
that.
yeah, I hate it too. Can I do a Arcana check to see if I know anything about what that might be?
I like
Yeah,
the
you
guy
can.
who's just collapsing in front of it. It's valid.
Can I do one as
Ah.
well?
Yeah, you can.
Ooh. Complaining about
Apparently
your
been
rolls, Sal, but
doing some nightmare reading, basically.
Yo, why do you know what this is?
Because I'm a knowledge cleric and I spend a lot of time
That's
reading
fair.
about monsters.
That's fair. Sully, you know what this is.
We
You've
made
read
her
about it.
come.
You
Yeah.
read
She
about
didn't
it
want to go on the
once.
trip.
They're bringing me to homecoming, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
The fact
We're
that
on
you know what this is has
Jason.
made your skin crawl.
Yeah.
You remember
Ugh.
reading this entry, and
Sully's like
because you knew
hyperventilating
this
as she
thing.
figures this out.
It is a Nightwalker. A massive, undead creature.
That's not good.
Hundreds of. It's from the negative energy plane.
Ah!
You know that it controls fear and manipulate the psyche.
Don't like that. Can I try to?
Also-
Sorry, what?
Heading this way.
Yeah, I definitely know that. Can I go back to the stake again and try to Words of Radiance the top of the stake?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just.
fuck, Talia was going to the water, but she stopped moving.
Yeah.
Talia, you okay?
Just trying to cast Word of Radiance and just say, what Word of Radiance? I'm gonna just.
Fuck.
Basically, at this point, my Words of Radiance are Ayun protect us, Ayun protect us, Ayun protect us. Just like
Give him a Care Bear stare.
clutching at my lit holy symbol, just like standing over this thing that I think might be the dimensional anchor for this demiplane, casting a little bit of radiant energy on it to see what happens.
Nothing.
Donald's Coke.
Talia, are you okay?
Roderick, you're the first to feel it.
Oh, fuck.
You feel this cold, creeping sensation bind. Sully would know this is the Nightwalker pervading aura. You don't know what it is, but it's awful. Feel it begin to droop, latching on.
Roderick's gonna grab Talia's shoulders and shake her, just to snap her out of it. Focus! What were you doing?
Talia, roll me another wisdom. You see she's looking at her mirror. You snap out of it.
What's happening?
Move! Oh, it's so creepy. I could not move. That monster, the monster in the mirror, I shot it, is the same one that's coming.
Great.
Nightwalker.
What do we do?
You hear a voice behind you say, "Die."
Well, fuck not looking for constructive criticism,
Unacceptable!
lady.
We are young. We have our whole lives ahead of us.
Oh,
Sully turns around and looks to see who spoke.
it was the
No.
woman from
The
earlier.
woman.
She is not looking at you with a look of acceptance on her face.
Did you know this was coming? Why?
Paladin might be able to save us all.
Paladin that ran
Wheel
into
around
the
and I
shadow.
point at her. Listen, you stop this right now. I demand it.
No control over this. Here to observe.
So you know what's going on?
Speedily. I don't have the whole picture.
What do we do?
So you're just happy you're gonna die? Why the fuck not?
Because Paladin will return. Come back
The
and
one
save
who
us
went
all.
into the blender dimension?
He wasn't slain, obviously. You saw that.
I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
We're
Oh.
younger than you. He's gonna save us first.
That's true. We're basically kids.
All you need is to have hope.
I don't know
Something
if
better than hope.
I don't know if it's hope or
Confidence.
like sheer spite to just say fuck you and live.
I
Hope
suppose.
without ambition is just laziness. And Sully turns and she suspecting that it's not going to do anything, she does it anyway. She's going to cast Guiding Bolt at the stake.
Oh, go ahead and roll your spell attack.
Slowly, if I couldn't break it, nothing can.
This is divine might, so we're going to try it.
Nane, you're always high and you see things. Have you ever seen anything like this? Have you ever seen what we do?
If I saw this regularly, I would never smoke again. Ever.
It's a real bad trip.
14.
Oh yeah.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
The guiding bolt
Okay.
splashes onto where the stake is.
And
Doesn't
just
seem
nothing happens.
effective.
Okay.
So like, I'm not a fucking genius, but I'm pretty sure that's not doing anything. And maybe we need to find a different course of action.
There's something. We can't destroy the mirrors. I can't destroy the stake.
So fuck both of those things. What's next?
Stay away from shadows.
I'm not satisfied with letting someone save me. I'm not a fucking damsel in distress.
I'm gonna start drawing. I'm gonna start drawing a ritual circle on the ground, and then lay out my augury cards.
Okay.
For the augury ritual, it's gonna take me 10 minutes though.
She is watching you. And what do you do?
She doesn't answer because she's busy doing a ritual.
Really
Tal-
smart. Just let her do what she's doing.
Talia, you said something about water. What were you thinking?
Well, water has a reflection. When I looked in my juice, I saw things that weren't my reflection. So I thought maybe if we can't break the mirrors, we could go through the water.
Well, nothing else is working. He's gonna
no.
grab your hand and start going towards the well.
She runs with him, obviously. Look, whatever happens,
Hey,
we
crazy
have
lady,
to
can
be
you just
together.
stick with our friend here and don't kill her? I don't know. You seem pretty fucking. He just
There's
throws his
still
hands in the
a whole
air.
crowd of people here, right? Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of people around.
Okay.
They're
how far
they're
away
not
is
near
the-
you. Most of
Yeah.
the people
How
are.
far away is our Nightwalker?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Big.
He's big, so it's hard to tell how close he is, and Sully's just hoping that she can do her thing before.
You
He
said it
shows up
takes
and we
10
all die.
minutes?
10 minutes to cast, yeah, because it's a ritual.
Right. Roderick. Nena, what are you doing?
She is going to kind of try to stay halfway between Roderick and Talia and Sully. So I was moving after Roderick.
Okay. Roderick and Talia, you are heading toward the well?
Yes.
Right.
My professions of if we die, we're gonna die together in each other's arms, okay? Don't leave me. Whatever you do, don't leave me.
Okay, but we're not gonna die, so that's kind of pointless to say. Like, I respect like the whole love story type bullshit that you're playing out right now, but like, I would like to live.
Well, I want to live too, but
Well, then we're gonna live.
I love you.
That's right.
You arrive at the well, look down into it. Half-orc has dark vision. Talia, you just see blackness. Dark. You shine your candle over it, and it just can't quite reach. Just... Roderick, with your dark vision, you see that the water in the well... There is water in this... It is very far down. It's maybe a 40-foot drop before the surface of the water.
Oh, fuck. Is there
there
a
a
stone on the
bucket?
ground? Anything that I could drop down there?
Bucket?
There is a bucket. It's hanging by
Can I
a
tear it
rope.
off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a bucket.
I'm gonna chuck it down the well and listen for a splash. If it doesn't make a splash, then it's not passable like the mirror.
Okay. Roll a perception. With a 23,
I'm determined.
you're looking down the well and you see that bucket as it looks as though it's about to hit the water. It goes into the water. You don't hear a splash. The water does not.
But it doesn't sit on top of it like, my whole body did when I tried to go through the mirror
No.
window. Okay. I think we're onto something. Saohlai, you're smarter than me. Please come here.
Always doing a ritual.
I know, fuck your ritual.
She's doing a ritual.
I think
Go
we're onto
away.
something.
The woman is like watching Saohlai do this ritual, and she looks over and she says, "Could interrupt. This looks important."
Great. Hey, lady, can you come here for a second?
Saohlai is like laying these elaborately painted like tarot cards out to do her augury. Just like
How long does the
shuffling and
ability last?
an hour.
Okay, lady,
She comes over and looks at you. Yeah.
I have a couple questions. Can you come here?
Yeah.
Is she within
Fucking
5 feet
throw
of me?
You're gonna throw her in the well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Amazing.
Dump her ass down the well.
Run!
Okay.
Babe, why did you do that?
Roll athletics.
I have enhanced ability.
Sure. Roll athletics. You're also exhausted.
Okay, well, so it's the first roll. It's a flat roll. It's a 25.
You pick her up,
Saohlai's, like,
and she
doing her
protests. She's like,
ritual, pauses, putting
wait,
down a
what?"
card, and
And
then puts the card down and just keeps doing her ritual.
toss this woman. You all hear a scream that suddenly ends.
Does it look like she got, like, blended like that other guy who went through the...
Was it like that scream of ah, or is it the scream of ah? Like she's getting ripped to pieces. Big difference.
It was a surprised, scared, falling scream that suddenly ended.
Rob, why'd you do that?
I think I should have tied a rope too.
I think so,
They
honey.
removed
I
this
think
token
so.
from the map.
Okay. All right, I should have been a scientist in another life.
You go over and be like, lady, are you up?
Okay, fuck. There's a rope that was affixed to the well, right? I'm gonna take that.
It's a quest NBC. Does she
It's
pop
like
back
it's
up?
like 10. It's like 10 feet of rope.
How is it supposed to... I need rope. I need rope. Fuck. He's gonna look back and say, no, ask if you have rope, great. If Saohlai has rope, even better. Please, I need some rope right now.
I think she's okay down there, buddy.
At
Oh,
this
that's
point,
fine.
Mine was
Looks
in
like
my
she-
stuff.
I don't have any.
your stuff is up in your room.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
At this
You had told
point-
me I would have cast Featherfall.
Fucker.
At this point, you finish your ritual.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
At the same time,
Great.
the night sky.
Okay.
It is complete.
Okay, so the ritual for augury.
wanna
I'm
die at the
receiving
bottom of
an
a well.
omen. Okay, so here I'm just gonna drop it into the thing so that you can see what.
That would be best.
I'm not consuming the spell slot because I did the ritual, so here it is. Okay, so I'm asking Ayun for an omen about the results of a specific course of action that I plan to take within the next 30 minutes. What
Throw
is
a woman in the well.
What is the weal or woe if I jump down that well? That wasn't the original question I was going to ask. It is the question I am now going to ask because I don't have to make that decision until the ritual is complete.
Okay. As
Just testing a
you
hypothesis.
perform this ritual,
I'm
You're
sure she'll walk
laying-
it up.
you're laying out your card. Your vision focuses on the area right in front of you, this circle of gravel. Feel everything else around you, the chattering, the shout of a woman getting thrown down a well, all of it goes away. You find yourself seated cross-legged as you're performing this ritual. You're laying down your cards. You're seated across from Ayun. Her pure white hair, closed third eye, she's looking at as you have the cards laid out in front of you. She doesn't say anything. She reaches out, flips over a card. Wheel. She reaches over and flips over another card. Wheel. Reaches over, flips over a final card. Wheel. Folds her arms. Vision of her disappear.
Well.
Sully kind of
Conscious
takes a
will
deep
be
breath,
okay.
shudders a little bit. All right. You were right. Jump down the well. And she's gathering up her cards, picking up all of her ritual stuff, and just tucking it in her bag.
Nano, what did she say?
Jump down the well. We're jumping
She
down the
said
well.
jump down the well.
Okay, what about everybody else?
Everyone should jump down the well.
Fuck, babe, I need you. Routine, just like we practiced. I'll lift you up, you scream. Everybody's going down the well.
As you're saying this,
Okay.
that alarm is sounding. Wave fading and rain from the night. As if it was forgotten a moment ago, suddenly crashes. The night sky is complete.
Oh god,
See him.
I don't like this.
Steps into view. And it is at this point, roll an initiative.
Oh my
Or
god.
you succumb.
Wouldn't be
Go.
the first time.
You've faced a Nightwalker before?
Well, I don't know. When I looked at it in the mirror.
Oh, okay.
But, like, Precisi.
Okay, that's not bad.
Oh, yes. I have definitely run into Nightwalkers in the past. I don't remember much, but yes.
Guys,
Definitely not at
Let's-
level 4. No.
go.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm the slowest.
Try to get everybody
I rolled
through.
pretty good.
Oh.
Oh no. Don't like that sound.
It's only one initiative.
Okay.
Why does it sound like a bad thing?
That's not. What do you do, Sully?
I start. Before initiative started, did I have time to gather up all of my shit?
I mean, fuck it. Also,
No.
Okay.
You looked up and said we're jumping in the well, and it did. Your 2 corruption points.
Okay.
Oof.
What did that do?
I need you to.
Oh, there he is, the evil boy himself.
Nightwalker. Chaotic evil.
Yep.
Good music.
Yeah.
The macro lens on my reverse cam is not.
I am rolling a d6. That's a 4.
Oh God.
Okay. Sully. Heroism still on you?
No.
Oh,
Frightened.
Okay.
which you can't
Which
move
means
towards
that I
it.
cannot move towards the Nightwalker, which is right over there. So in the direction of the well. I cannot move towards the well. Okay. Let's see. Let me check my... Nope. It is not within 30 feet of me.
I can't believe that that bitch lady is the first person to escape.
I mean,
Because
you did it.
I know, I tested it.
Great that you just chucked her in there.
Battery low.
I don't have a way to magic my way out of being afraid. So
Battery low.
I'm gonna cast
Ooh.
Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
And make my voice really loud. And say, everyone, you can escape through the well. We can get out of this.
Roll persuasion.
Persuade.
Charging battery.
Sorry, I had to plug in my head. Okay. You see a lot of the townsfolk who have been scared and running around and trying to gather their things or figure out what to do. A lot of them look over at you.
And then I guess I'm not going to waste my movement going in a direction other than the well, so I'm just going to stand there and pray. Thank you to Ion for the knowledge to see. Thank you to Ion for the knowledge to see. If I don't make it out of this, let them know. Let them learn from my mistakes. Let them learn from my knowledge. Let me pray against fear. I've never been so afraid. Thank you to Ion for the knowledge to see.
Roll me.
I'm not consuming a spell slot. I'm just going to hit the attack on. Okay, 12.
Okay. Say that prayer.
Okay.
Anna, your turn. You hear all of that happening. You hear Saohlai saying that prayer. You hear her shout out to jump in the well. You hear people talking about they should do it. And you look over toward the well and you see beyond it. That D4.
Whew.
Fall unconscious.
Whoops.
You feel as though something just reached into you and gripped your soul. And as it did, you felt just this electric shock. And you fall unconscious.
At like 0 hit points?
No, not dying. That is your turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
I snore.
All right. I can double move and cast.
Yes. No, you
You can
cast if
double
it's a
move and
bonus
cast a
action.
bonus action. So your action is to dash.
So you could double move and Bardic Inspiration,
Yeah, you could do that.
but not cast.
Right. Leah, now your turn.
All right. All right. She'll look back at her good friends, my very best friends, and she will hey, get on your way. Today is the day. We got to get out of this bad
Play.
place. I can't ride on the fly. Get Nene. We'll double move.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. That's all I got. And Saohlai, now is not the time to be afraid. Come on. I can't cast. Sorry.
You're
So who did
there.
you give the Bardic Inspiration to?
I think she was
I
convincing
was
the
gonna give it to
townspeople.
Rod because you're afeard.
Yeah, and he's next.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
So
Yeah, I
the
was giving it
initial
to Rod.
bardic inspiration I got wore off. Is that like a 10-minute thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I don't have one if you want.
Yeah, there was a 10-minute cast. So I hit you with Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get to Saohlai. Now's not the time to be a fear leader, Saohlai. We gotta be cheerleaders.
Please,
The
I
most
let that
gimmicky session
not be
you've
the
ever
last
played.
thing that I hear before I die.
For how fucking cheesy that was. And I'm going to give you an...
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
You. Yay.
God.
The
Okay.
bard gets inspiration.
So inspiring.
Oh, great.
A wave of energy comes crashing across all of you. I need charisma saving throw.
Oh, great. So charismatic. 12.
Leah saves.
I'm too pretty to be under its effect.
21.
saves.
Yay.
So does the unconscious person need to make a charisma save?
Yes.
Yeah, how does that work?
You still
I
have
just figured
The
charisma when
charm
you're
of her,
sleeping.
her
I
strength.
We're
just
gonna- we'll
figured
get
that I
there on your
auto
turn.
failed.
No, you...
I just said, how does
Charisma
that
save.
work?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Oh.
oh no.
Talia, maybe this is your inspo moment.
I just... What? Well, you're unconscious. Can I do that when she's unconscious?
Well,
Yeah,
you
it's a
have
player
Bardic
knowledge, it's not
inspiration, but Echo just gave you GM inspiration, so you could use it if you want.
There's this natural one that might have some bad consequences.
Here you go.
Giving her your
Have it.
inspiration, you...
Yep.
Okay. No, reroll.
What friends do.
It's
Oh my
better than
God,
natural
It's
one.
better than a natural one. But wow, ouch.
It is better than an...
That's what I thought.
Oh,
Pretty bad.
But
Oh lord.
Pretty bad, but-
Roderick, it's your turn.
Hey, okay, I see Nena collapse, yeah? Right in front
Yeah.
of me.
Oh yeah, she fell
He's like,
right on her face.
fuck.
Then
Ugh.
a
A
little
head
bit of
injury is probably better than
inspiration
death.
with her.
So he's gonna charge forward, pick her up, and
And now,
run
what are your
back.
hit points?
My hit points are 25.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
More
He's
than
gonna
I
pick
have.
her
No,
up.
Roderick, hold on.
So excited though.
No.
As you reach Nana, you see more of that dark shadow that you've seen before around her silhouette, but there are knife-like tentacles reaching up, gripping onto, holding her. How do you
It's
pick
okay.
her up?
I haven't used this yet, and I'm glad I get the chance to. I'm gonna use my bonus action to activate my Eldritch Claw tattoo. So the tattoo I have winding up my left bicep, like, lights up, and I have a reach of 15 feet now.
Okay.
And he's going to lash out and try to, like, pull her away from what's grabbing onto her.
Athletics come.
It's a flat roll. Oh, yeah, baby! This
I need
enhanced
to roll
ability
a nat
is
20.
coming clutch.
I need to roll a nat 20, and I rolled a 19. I'll reveal. Can't fuck that around.
God.
Damn.
However,
Like,
I do
fuck
require
you,
a con
tentacles!
save from Unity.
Me? Okay.
As you are yanked from these
Yes.
tendrils, you succeed on your con save, and you take 16 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch. Still alive, though.
Still alive. Still unconscious.
Oh, so very. Yeah.
So he was 15 feet away from her when he activated his
Hmm.
reach. So he's got her now,
You have her.
and he's going to drop her in the well, or at least make the start to do so. I don't know how much.
What does the claw tendril say? Claw tattoo say?
It says, let me just explain BTT.
Yeah, you can do that.
Very cool.
I could drop her in the well?
Yes.
At least one of us is making out, is the last thing he says before he drops her.
And as your unconscious form falls through the first one, fall into the well. No longer in this game.
Sorry. I didn't have any healing. This fucking light.
Roderick, that's your whole turn.
Where am I standing? About
Right?
the same
You
place.
were right here, basically.
Because it was like 15 and yeah. I really hope it doesn't like shunt her, like, and then like she hits her head or something and just dies.
Just worried about like fucking fall damage or something.
Yeah.
Like, she's gonna die to get through the well. But
Hey.
we'll find out.
Home.
Maybe.
And you are no longer of this world, and so that effect does not take effect. Move on to Saohlai's turn.
Thank God.
Do I roll the d6 at the top of my turn?
You do.
Tell our story, Nana.
Go out and tell our story. Let it echo far and wide.
Sully, you feel the curse on the corruption points strengthen. And as the fear drains away, you feel so does with your life force.
God.
Okay.
Your health is halved.
Again.
My max health or my health?
Your max health halved.
Okay. Okay, so my max health is down to 8.
Come to level 1, guys.
Yeah, 8.
I've
Wait,
been there.
no. You right up or down?
Down.
Okay, so 8.
You now begin your turn.
Probably look pretty bad,
But
though.
yeah, I look horrible, but my
You are no longer frightened as you change the
I'm
effect.
no longer frightened. Wow.
Frightened.
All right. Whoops. All right, here is my 30 feet. Oh, come on. There we go. And then here is my dash.
So close.
Not there yet.
Hit spacebar.
That's what I'm hitting, and nothing is happening. Meh, meh, meh.
Make sure you're starting.
You have
on
to
your token.
center on your token. Doesn't look like you're quite
Okay.
there.
Back a dack.
Still not. Oh, there you are. Yeah. Okay, you got it. Hey, what's up?
Hey. Let's see if I have a useful bonus action.
Can you heal me?
I could. I'm looking at you. Yeah, I'll do that. We're gonna bonus action healing word. And my healing words are get the hell out of here.
Because of the curse, healing is.
Oh,
Okay.
but
So this is gonna be pathetic, but okay, so half of so you
4.
get 2 hit points.
Do it.
That's 2 hit points. It's 2 hit points.
So I'm at 3 corruption points now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Next round, you
Right.
roll a d8.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay.
I hate it. So close. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Talia.
Are people heading towards the well?
Oh yeah, people have been jumping in it over.
Great. Awesome.
My last turn did something. I'm so pleased. Ah!
What do you do, Talia?
Oh, sorry, I was trying to get to the ruler and that was distracted. 280 feet. That's a bit far.
Far.
Try
All right. Are there lots of people still getting to the well? Like, what's the?
On the far side of the well, you see people are falling.
Oh God.
Toward your side of the well, people are running toward the well. You've
Closer you are to
counted
it.
maybe 15 or 16 people have jumped into. Everyone is running as quickly as they can. It seems as though as this monstrous creature is approaching, their fears as to whether or not Sully is correct doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I will. Damn it. I will go to here, I guess. We're not like snapping to the grid. This is really confusing me. Okay. And I could do a bonus if I had a bonus, but I don't. So I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Saohlai. Jump in, Saohlai, jump in! Jump in! No, I'll do some more cheering. We're number 1! We can't be number 2! We're gonna beat the shit out of you!
Desperate cheering for life.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay. Next.
Shit! Rod, the spirit stick is still back inside!
Rod.
Yeah.
You roll 6 now.
Yes, sir. 4.
Slain.
First to slay.
I have no
I need
corruption.
you to make a melee attack against the near.
Oh no!
You have 8 hit points! Oh
I sure do.
god. Shit. I guess that'd be an unarmed strike. Because I have no weapons.
Yep.
Oh. Please tell
Yeah.
me you're higher than a 13.
I'm an 18. You're fine. You punch my armor, nothing happens.
You see Rod's face suddenly and blue eyes full of menace peer out, and Rod just reaches back and hurls a blow at you.
Ah!
You gain another corruption point.
What are you doing?
I don't know why I did that!
Roderick, it's now your turn.
Hi, okay, so... He is going to say, I'm so sorry. And he's gonna... Where's the closest person who's fallen unconscious on their way to the well?
bold of you to assume they're
He doesn't know.
Where's the nearest downed person?
Yeah.
Right there.
Right where? Fuck. He's gonna try to make his way over there, and so that's this grid is
Still have
driving
the
me
15-foot reach?
fucking nuts. He does.
Hit control, highlighting your character, and then drag.
So 20. So that's 30 feet. And I'm gonna 30 feet, I have 15 feet of grab, so I'm just gonna go full 30 like here, so I'm probably closer to other people in need. And he's gonna start the process of picking someone up with his extended reach to put them in the well.
Okay.
And he turns back and he says, both of you in the well now. Oh, I sure hope his range is 160.
Sure hope so too.
Or less. Even better.
That's your turn?
Yep.
Oh God.
Okay. Talia. I need you to roll me a... You feel the corruption inside you suddenly burst with pain. Take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Fuck.
I shriek and collapse to the ground.
I need you to make a con save.
Well, I'm down, so
She's
Right, but we need to see if you can be brought back.
nope.
Your maximum hit points are reduced by that.
4.
By 10.
Well,
Oh.
You have
So your
one
max
hit point.
points
I
are-
think
I
your
have one
max
hit
was
point.
11.
Oh,
yeah,
then
I have 1 hit
You,
point.
you can be brought back still.
Okay.
Yep, I have 1.
Okay.
Ah!
Sully, it's your turn.
What did I just say about getting in the well? Fuck.
Talia
I didn't get the
falls
chance!
prone next after screeching in pain.
My
Need a
action is
D8,
spare the
please.
dying. Oh, okay.
Huh?
First I roll a d8 and see if I can even do that.
Oh God, it's a halfling next to me. Good thing I only eat
Take
like
your turn as normal.
2 bites a day.
Spare the dying on Talia.
Talia, you are
Yay.
stabilized.
But then I have to leave her on the ground because I can't move her.
Yeah, you gotta strike the bait.
So then my
World's weakest
movement
cleric.
to... Can I jump in the well?
Yep.
Jump in the well.
Sully. Out.
Dive into the well. Or not dive, I'm not trying to break my head open. I jump into the
You
well.
jump into the
Break your tailbone, not your skull.
Sully is no the initiative.
It's just me and you, babe. Probably dying together.
At least I spared the dying before I got out.
Did
I
do
would-
that.
Prolonged my
Basically
torment.
attacked
Thank
you and you
you.
were like, I hope you live.
Basically.
The Nightwalker steps over the building. As it does,
God.
Roderick,
So,
you are within its range.
yeah,
The Constitution saving throw.
Meow.
pretty good at those.
Good.
Don't forget, you still have bardic inspiration.
I do. Fucking thank you. It's a D6, right?
D6.
I don't know. How long does it last after I'm unconscious?
14.
I don't think it goes away
It
with
doesn't go when
unconsciousness.
you're unconscious.
It's a bardic inspiration.
still
You are
inspired.
feeling
Even I just
inspired.
feel bolstered spiritually.
Roderick, that is a
Eh.
failure.
Oh.
You take 16 points of damage by
Oh,
annihilating.
Fuck. Oh, shit.
Ground around you ripples with black energy. You see the earth just shaking and breaking around your feet. You feel your bones shaking with that same energy. It's everything. You withstand it for the moment.
I'm sure everybody else is not so lucky.
As you're looking around at the corpses in front of you, they're clearly corpses. Many of them are liquid.
Okay.
Talia, you are unconscious but stable. So nothing happens. However, I need you to roll a d6 again. See if you take damage.
Well, I can't win. Take 2?
You take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I'm okay.
Now you're dying.
Now you're dying.
Now you're-
You are
Now I'm
unstable.
dying again.
Have 1 failed death save.
Okay.
Okay.
I tried.
Good try.
Hey, you bought me around.
At
Between
the
the two
risk
of
of
you,
being a dick, isn't damage over your hit point maximum lethal?
No.
Then fine.
not if you're
Just
already
great.
down.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
you can just keep it on. Hack limbs off. You're fine though.
Not quite how it works.
I don't know. Just gonna keep eating chocolate and
cope.
not biting my
This
fingernails.
This doesn't matter. However, Roderick, you gain another.
Thanks.
Save me, babe.
I have a system in place. Okay, I gotta follow the.
Yep.
Roderick, it's now your
Or
turn.
at
I need
least
you to
run
roll me
over
a
and
d8.
die on top of me.
D8.
You want to roll a 4 or below.
Yes.
You can continue.
Okay, so he's gonna look at the liquefying corpses around him and be like, well, that's a lost cause. So he's gonna go fucking this way. He's gonna...
Help.
Yeah, it looks like
I
you can
go-
get to. Yeah. You
yeah,
Can,
my 30 feet.
You
He's
should
gonna-
have some words with him.
He's gonna pick Talia up, and he's gonna
That's
drop
you,
her in
yeah.
the well. And he's gonna say, I love you. I hope you live.
Your whole turn.
That's his whole turn.
You can't jump in too?
no, it's an
I
action to
used
pick you
30
up.
feet of movement and an action to pick you up.
Oh no! Aw, so romantic.
So
I know you wanted to die in each other's arms, but I thought I'd try to save you.
Talia, the last thing you hear.
Love you, babe.
Barely cognizant of. Roderick,
I feel like my insides have been through a meat grinder.
con save.
Oh,
All down to
die.
this.
10.
Bardic inspiration.
No, I used
You
it.
already used it.
Oh, you only get one.
Damage.
Do it.
There is a potential you could live. I do roll really terribly.
What happens, happens.
Take 20 points.
And down.
That.
We'll tell the
Last.
tale of you.
Roderick.
So much potential. He was my true love.
That was pretty epic.
And that
What an
is the end
epic
of the
last
one shot.
turn.
Did they live?
So, everyone who made
I'm
it through the
apart.
well, you awaken on the ground of Tymore beneath the sunny sky, sound of horses around you, the autumn wind still pressing the oaks of the tree. You're alive. You're in Tymore. Fewer people here. Memories of what just happened are still here. But you've made it.
We still hurt.
Yeah. But the things that were bonding those curses to your souls are gone. Your maximum hit points, they're back to normal, but you're still at your current hit.
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
Oh, I'm unconscious.
You are unconscious. However, everyone else is there. No, Nana, you are no longer unconscious, because the curse
I wake up.
is...
Okay. Cool.
That is the end of the one-shot, where you...
I need to know if I live.
Well, fucking
Saohlai and
Saohlai
Nana,
has healing and she's
Oh, okay.
conscious, so I can't imagine that you would die if
I don't think
Saohlai
they'd
was
let
waiting
you
for you. Like I said.
perish.
I am
That would
going
be
to
so sad.
vow that I am going to spread the word of Roderick's bravery and self-sacrifice for all of time, or at least until I find a new bow, but probably for a long time.
So you should spread it so hard that Roderick ascends to godhood and he can just be called the Rod.
I just want his name to live on as
You
the
can-
great shinting player who...
I was trying to get a scholarship.
You can spread the legend of the rod.
I do.
Fortunately, it looks like Sal's computer did crap out on her.
It randomly restarted. I'm back now. Hi.
Welcome back. But that is
I'm
the end
going
of
to
the one-shot.
be the best of friends with the other two, because this has bonded us for life.
What does that?
Thank you
My
all for
true
playing.
love.
You. I am
Leslie,
sorry. that
As far as subversions of the horror genre go, the fact that the man is the only one who died, good job, guys. That's
Yay!
not how it usually works.
Yeah, I thought for sure I was toast so many times.
Me too.
I
Yeah.
was surprised that I made it. I was expecting that the fear effect at the end there was going to hit again, and I was going to get stuck. I was
You can
only
only
at
be
8
affected by one.
hit points, so. And I mean, you had a max HP of 1, so that was pretty.
You still survived.
Yeah.
I lived! The bard lives.
I told you weren't gonna die. I wouldn't let it happen.
My hero.
What'd you guys
It's-
think?
It was
it's
awesome.
It was
so-
cool.
awesome.
It was cool.
It's so sad that Rod basically died because he tried to
From my
save one
bag?
of the
You can have
innocent
one.
bystanders who was already dead. But he was being a big, sweet himbo boy.
Yeah,
Yep.
It was
Himbo
icy.
He's
to
a
the end.
hero,
died a hero.
He's
except
there.
when he shoved that lady in the well.
It turned
There
out he
is-
saved her.
There is no sign of her.
But yeah,
Ooh.
well, the fuck, she wouldn't stick around, would she?
You're the first party to do that. So,
Chuck her
Throw
down
her
the
in
In
the
the
well.
well?
yeah.
I mean,
Well, I wanted to test.
To
and
be-
he
to
didn't
be-
trust
to
her
be-
at
to
all
be-
because she seemed to be in on it. So he was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck this bitch."
but it was really funny, just like the first party to pick up an NPC and throw her in a well. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. I'm gonna drop the experiment for the point. Of this.
Experiment notes.
That
Experiment?
you
note?
would have gotten from her had you.
If we had focused on it. Oh. Interesting. And horrible.
Yeah.
Did that paladin make it out with those kids?
Well, I guess you're not gonna play this one. He wasn't real.
Yeah, it was an illusion.
So I was
Oh.
thinking.
Get
After
everybody
she
to
started
wait.
talking about hope, it was something like she was so sure the paladin was coming back.
Does she know that that paladin was an illusion?
One of the agents.
So she was just resigned to the fact that she was going to die there.
No, she was
She
one of the
wasn't.
agents. She wasn't gonna die.
I know. I just thought that maybe the Nightwalker would not care whether she was part of it or not.
She had an ace in the hole. I'm not going to tell you what it was.
Why not? We finished.
I know. Proud of you.
What's the highest death toll of player characters in this one shot so far? Has the whole party
2.
died?
No,
2.
there's not been a TV.
And why did they die?
The annihilating aura.
Yeah, it's
Luckily,
nasty.
I had hit points. Oh,
You ruined our
My-
homecoming spring break.
oh my god, guys.
What?
I'm a half orc. If I drop
Oh
to 0,
shit!
I get 1 hit point.
That's
When you drop to
true.
0, you get 1 hit point.
Okay, roll me a d8.
Rod may live.
Rod may live. Roll me a d8.
I just. Oh my god.
No.
Nope.
Oh.
I basically am like, I'm not going down without a fight. And then I die again.
You
That's
take-
for your last whisper of, babe.
Yep. Okay. Well, so shit.
Hey,
I'm
there was a chance
satisfied
of
with
it.
that ending.
Honestly, I think it would have been a good like. If Saohlai had died there, I would have felt that was pretty satisfying because she essentially, her office was find the answer, get the word out, and she did that before she escaped or died. So it would have, the augury sequence was very cool.
I like
You're
the
gonna use
impending doom.
You're gonna
Yeah.
using divining spells in Amaranth. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I knew what I was about, but it was very cool.
Glad you liked it.
I did.
Let it
Yeah,
Your
confirm
your
I have
sense
not
of
Nightwalker.
dramatic timing is excellent. Just very slow, measured. I was like, it was very good. Thank you.
Even the Nightwalker has a better ass than that elf.
You don't. Oh,
You
man.
have a what is that?
It's a Nightwalker.
You literally have one.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's why I ran to
Nightwalkers
go
are
get it.
Nightwalkers are very cool monsters. I'm glad
They're
you
very
have
cool.
one.
It's just funny.
Yeah, this was not easy to get. This was a rare.
Oh, my camera's off.
Oh no, this was an uncommon. 2004. Yeah, I have tons of when Wizards of the Coast first put out all their vinyl minis, they were like $7.50 a box, which I think was way underpriced. And we went nuts and
Wow.
bought tons of them because we didn't have kids yet. And and then they had the big monster boxes, so we bought lots of those at like $12 a pop. Because you get like a monster and a bunch of little ones in each box.
Well, now I'm
we
sad
have
that I don't have a bunch
cases.
of minis
Oh,
to go with my.
I'll show you all my
ridiculous amount
minis.
of dice.
I'm going to stop the record.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Sure.